Actually, we are starting. This is our second and probably final op for Delta Green before we switch to Warhammer Fantasy roleplay. But let's make it a memorable one. Let everyone die or go insane. Before we start, I want to ask you guys if you can actually play a link or a video clip on your computers, because it's part of this scenario. I will send you a link and I would like for you to watch it.
Sure.
Okay. But before even that, we've been doing, of course, I'm very good at this game. We've been doing the character progression wrong, actually, because you
Okay.
progress your character every time at the end of every session when you failed the
Ah.
the rolls. You can try and you roll essentially. If you fail, I believe, then you can add a single point. If you pass, then sadly, of course, there's nothing. So
Okay.
I would like for all of you, and Bran, since well, I mean, you have a new character anyway, but I would like for Michael and Sean to tell me how many tests they have failed, and let's say that I'll give you half of those tests to various skills of your choosing.
I don't know off the top of my head. I have no idea.
Remember that you should have noted this on your
Yeah,
character
I checked
sheets.
them all off. How many times I actually failed them, I don't know though.
Oh,
But
yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like I've checked them all off. I just don't know how many I've actually failed that many times.
Okay, but would you say that I think it was like what, a total of maybe 12, something like this?
yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9, 10, 11
One,
that I
two,
failed.
3, 4, 5. One sec. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Holy shit.
He tried a lot of stuff.
Okay, so you have 19, you have 11. What
I'm
is that?
American. The Phaser King.
Yeah, what is like the no, actually, first of all, I need to make you a bit louder, Michael, because I can oh, you are actually the loudest. It's possible to be actually. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So you have 19, you have 11, Sean. So
Yeah.
Bran, you know, choose 10 skills, and you can also roll with your new character, so that you will be more on the level of the guys. I think it's fair.
Okay.
This game is really tough, and I don't want anyone to be like left behind. Oh, yeah. Okay. Personal pursuits. I believe this. 78 page 78. By the way, Sean, if you want, you can change the your personal pursuit to actually
To something that'll actually give me back.
yes, a bit of
Fan.
sanity. Oh, we also remember. I'm not sure if we forgot about this or if you guys didn't want to do that because it's been some time. But so I'm not sure. But whenever you get a temporary insanity, you can spend willpower and push it on one of your bonds. Remember that. That's what the bonds are
Okay.
for. The bonds are essentially ablative armor for against insanity. So also, if you wish, Michael and Sean, we can say that you did that, but then you will need to remove a single point from one of your chosen bonds.
Okay.
I think I
Well,
think honestly it's a good idea. Playing
yeah.
Incent is tough.
Okay. So what I will do, yeah. So yeah, my sanity is pretty shitty. So we can retcon that, and I don't. How many points would I get back? Or what D what?
Okay, so you can go to therapy, and that's probably the
Uh,
best way to restore
yeah.
san. You can lie or you can tell the truth. If you lie, of course, you get less sanity back, but you don't risk, being well burned. if you tell the truth,
Put in the loony bin.
yeah,
the truth.
it's not even loony bin. It's the fact that that first of all your therapist can go insane. That's actually funny, but it can happen.
Yeah.
Second of all,
Okay.
of course, Delta Green might not be very happy to learn that you've
Told about all the stuff.
told the secrets that they don't really want any other people to know.
Oh,
right,
fuck.
well,
I
I'll-
that was cool.
What was that?
Sigint failure, success, failure.
A lot of fumbles.
Okay, so I need to check how you actually improve those skills.
I haven't rolled mine yet.
Because that's in a very strange place in the book. I remember that it's not very clear. And I do like Delta Green's systems a lot because it's very easy. Radius, armor, 70 threats, adaptation, resistance. Actually, unfortunately, you're not resistant to any form of
God damn it!
of
I'm
sanity.
succeeding on all my rolls.
Statistics.
You piece of shit.
When we fail a test, that's when we add one
That's good.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's failing a test is
So
good.
a 50 would go to a 51.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yay! I failed. Now I have 21% in firearms.
I'll wait for Sean to finish his.
I failed match point and I've never been happier about it. I just failed at almost everything.
Yeah. No, I couldn't fail to save my life. Heavy weapons. Come on, baby. I succeeded. You suck.
I fumbled doing first aid. I killed somebody.
Oh, I succeed. Hey, I succeeded on my 10% of history. You fucking dick.
This picture you got on the Roll20 looks a lot like my hometown.
You live in
a lot.
Northern Pacific.
No, it abuts up against the side of the valley, but the town is about built the same. Madison, Indiana, on the Ohio River Valley.
Okay.
But yeah, it looked really close.
Oh, that's. I was searching. I typed northwestern small Pacific town, U.S., and that's what I got. And I really like this photo. This town looks really, really, really nice.
Yay! I failed a cult, even though I rolled super low.
Remember that you can't, by any chance, improve unnatural. Other than in game. Improving skills. Improving skills. We learn from failure. If your agent has at least 1% in a skill, blah blah blah. Yeah, it can improve when your agent attempts to use it and fails. On the character sheet next to every skill except unnatural, there is a checkbox. When your agent tries to use a skill and fails, mark that skill's box. At the end of each session, add 1d4 percentage points to every skill that has a check next to it. Then erase the check. Gaining an entire new skill, of course, requires extensive training. This is only possible during the intermission period. You can actually use one of your personal pursuits to learn new skill or improve stat. Or improve your existing skill by 1d10. It's up to you. So, who passed, who failed? Remember, if you fail the skills, then you add
1d4?
1d4, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, 1d4. I just added 1 point to each one. So
No,
I'll go
1d4.
through.
That's my bad.
Yeah.
Because you see,
Yeah, no
this isn't in the. There's not a like spend your XP section in this book. You have this right
we
next
have to
to
have at
your
least
skill.
1%, though, right?
What? Sorry.
We have to have at least 1% to be able to add
Yes.
anything.
Yes.
Okay.
It's on
Well, that
page
was
29 of Agent's Handbook if you are interested. Every time you fail, you mark the box, and then at the end of the session, not at the end of the operation, you simply add 1d4. That's how you do things.
If you fail it again.
In Delta Green, yeah.
Mhm.
So Michael and
But you have to have
Sean,
at least
are you
1% in it already.
what? Yeah.
I'm done rolling. Yes.
Yes, you need to have at
My
least a
turn.
single percent. So I think
Can I Can I get 1% in pharmacy by taking a lot of drugs?
No,
Do
that's not how this works.
Hold up, guys. Do I uncheck the box after the test?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
No.
Okay.
Let me ask. How many? Okay, so now you've rolled. Now you've rolled for the fail test. Yes.
No, I just rolled one single test. I'm asking, after I roll a test, am I unchecking the box before we start the next session?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Awesome. So add 1d4 to your athletics. Nice. Two.
I'm just pissed because I like passed the ones that were like 10%.
Wait, but didn't you had like a lot of checked boxes right next to your skills?
Yes, I did.
So you just roll 1d4 for every single one with the checked box.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm just waiting so that I don't.
Oh, okay,
clutter up
okay.
the,
Sure,
the thing.
gotcha.
But so I know which ones I did because I have 1 point in each of them. Because that's how I marked it. Because I thought we were just getting 1 point, but 1d4.
Okay. Yeah, that's a bit tricky with Delta Green, but you know, again,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
okay.
remember if that's how you do it in Call of Cthulhu. I don't think so.
No, it's not every session. It's like I think maybe you do it like when you complete chapters in scenarios, but it's definitely not every session.
It's-
You have to. There's certain-
That's a critical success. Got it.
Yeah.
So,
And the same thing happened to me. Not on firearms, though, fortunately. It's bogus.
Say something, Sean. Sorry for.
Hello,
Okay, gotcha.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I want to use music, but when I started playing music, your voice suddenly went all freaky. Maybe I'll try again.
Freaky diggy.
Yeah. Try now.
Hello.
Okay. I
Hello.
think no, it's fine. This is New Orleans Noir by Tabletop Audio.
Sounds good.
It's very good. I used it in my Project Twilight game, which took place in New Orleans in the 90s. It was lots of fun.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna step away for a second to get another drink. I'll be
Sure.
right back.
Sure. Okay. Mason, I'm all better now. That's good. That's nice. That's what's important. Okay.
Ooh, that's a nice failure on occult there.
Occult is a very useful. Naturally, it's a very useful skill in this game, but one of the most underrated skill in this game because I'm in my when I'm gluing stuff now, you know, miniatures and such. I'm listening to this to the Impossible Landscapes. This is the end moving of Delta Green, like you know the biggest campaign that they've made, and you know it's massive, but. Time and time again, the guys, people who are playing this campaign, are getting cucked because they haven't took a single point in swimming. Well, I mean they have the basic, like I don't know 10% something like this, but even they are saying like fuck, we are dying once again because no one can swim.
Yeah.
How much sanity do I regain for doing therapy?
1d6 if you don't lie.
I told the truth.
He
I remember
lied.
that.
Okay, so
No, I told the truth. I remember doing that.
okay, so
I told her about the big
that's right, yeah, you
dinosaur that we fought in the mountain.
Go to the therapy, but light about the traumas, make a lacro, success 1d3 sun, fumble -1. Go to therapy and tell the truth, make a lacro at a -20% penalty if the therapist thinks your encounters with the unnatural delusions. Success 1d6 sun, fumble -1 sun. That's one thing I like about the target. You can fumble
I need
your
to make a
lacro.
luck roll real quick.
Sure. Of course, yeah. Just one.
So I actually started working on a picture, but I've decided that I need to change it. But let me see if I can find it real quick and
So
load it.
61%. What do I? That's 1d4.
Let's say that, I mean, you failed, but let's say that you regain 1d3.
Okay.
That's... Oh, and I want to introduce. I mean, I know this is like the last op, but what I was saying last time that we've played, each one of you guys has a single reroll for a session, for a whole session, but you can spend it on luck. So,
Okay, let me.
so you can
Can't spend it
reroll
on like that.
any skill, any stat, but not luck.
We have 1 fortune, guys.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I was gonna say, people dying because they don't have swim sounds a lot like WFRP.
Yes, yes. Well, fun fact: my first character, my like 13 years ago, almost died. Well, I lost a fate point because I couldn't swim. I played an elven fire mage, and I got drowned by the mutant in this, I think, what, second or third chapter of the Enemy Within, and I couldn't swim. So I lost the fate point. I was incredibly pissed.
All right.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna upload this picture in a second.
Sure.
It's sort of my rough putting together of a scene from Caligati. You can see if you can, if you guys can recognize it.
I hope it's Mason
Okay.
blowing up the Afghans with a grenade.
It's something along those lines.
Okay.
Okay. There we go. I think that's it.
Let me
But
see.
I've decided right now that the way I've done it, it's too broad, and I need to make it more graphic, like a comic book. So I'm going to change the angles. But this is just the general concept.
Okay, but is it
Excuse me.
on Roll20?
I'm going to put it up right now.
on
I'm going to put it
Discord?
up right now on Discord. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
That is if I can find it again. It is in because my computer is horribly organized by me.
No worries.
Hey, you.
At least you're not doing this from a work computer.
Well, there is that. Okay, what am I doing here? That's not the right one. We are in. I think we're in that. Aha!
Let me see.
There we are.
Let me see.
Sorry. So you guys can see if you can guess what this is.
I'm not. No, I'm not
Yeah.
seeing anything yet. Oh, now I'm.
It's there now.
Oh, okay.
Guess who's who?
I love the huge snail with
Yeah, so-
tentacles. Okay, so I can
Right. So I see
see.
our interpreter.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, the interpreter is
is running away, of course. And
cowering in the corner.
yeah, and I can see the CIA agent laying completely naked and insane. And yeah, and I think I see Rat.
Yeah. So I'm gonna change the angle so that it's coming in through. See all the characters there coming in through the characters from the right.
Mm-hmm.
towards
Do you use
the-
Photoshop for that? Is it a,
Yeah, that's all Photoshop. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah. Looks good, I like it.
Oh, you
Yeah,
painted this.
it needs a lot more work. So I painted over it a little bit, and I've taken a bunch of different cave and cliff things and color matched them. But yeah, so I'm just the slug. You know, I don't know. I think maybe that's a little much, but the tentacles coming out of the darkness is what I'm kind of going for. And then yeah, just Rut getting picked up and Mason throwing a grenade and me shooting at it and the guy, you know.
That's not one test. I didn't get reduced in hit points or anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lethality test is. I mean, lethality system is one of the signature like rules for this game. It's why Delta Green is so deadly, because you know one good roll and you're just gone. But I also want to tell you guys that you know a few people listened to our sessions of Delta Green, and they wrote to me like privately that they were really impressed and that they are really cool. Just so wanted to tell you this.
Well, maybe we have to play more Delta Green.
maybe in the
Telling me
future.
I'm a star.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe in the future, but after this, I'll
And,
be
Oh,
Oh,
glad
this is a real springboard for my career.
yeah, I'll be really glad to return to Warhammer.
I'm
of course.
waiting for your sex tape.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I'm ready to go back to Warhammer and anonymity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or OnlyFans.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So did everyone?
Nobody wants to see these nips.
Okay, wait. So I need to roll my shit now.
Okay. So
Is everybody done rolling theirs? Yes.
Brian, you've wrote everything for your character.
Yeah, baby, I'm done.
Okay. And I think Michael did
Okay.
as well. So Sean,
Okay.
roll your.
Yeah. All right. I was just trying not to clog up the. So a D4.
Yeah.
Or
D4
firearm.
for every single.
Woohoo!
Nice.
So I have 24 in firearms now.
Mhm.
Look at me. Shooting Afghan peasants is the way to increase your firearm skill.
Well, that's rather natural, I think.
All right. So now for human. Oh.
Human is very useful skill.
2. All right, I'll take 2. All right. Melee weapons, because I stabbed a lot of people,
Yep.
or tried to stab people.
Actually, I
and
think
failed
you
at least.
used your buttstock to smash them.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did.
If I remember correctly.
Another 2. So 32 in melee weapons. Occult. D4. 1 point. Okay. And persuade. Oops. I don't want the advanced roller. 2 in persuade. Okay, I'll take 2. That's average.
Mhm.
And then what else did I fail? Oh, and then survival is the only other thing that I failed. That I failed and failed. Failed twice at.
Okay.
And then the only other roll I need to make is
Remember-
for my sanity for 4. Hey,
Nice.
so I got a 14 survival. So is it a D3 because I didn't lie? Is that what the deal is?
No. Let me see. I'm going to tell you. There's
Because I
this
did
very
lie, I
useful
mean.
cheat sheet. You did lie.
Yeah, I did lie.
You make a basic luck roll, so without any minus modifiers. If you
Okay.
succeed, you gain plus D3. If you fumble, you gain -1. If you fail, let's say that you gain 1.
I failed.
So you gain back 1 sanity.
Okay, so 28.
Yeah.
Look out,
Uh,
boys.
If you guys
Oh, and
also
then-
lost any willpower, then you get it back because you've slept enough.
Okay.
Remember that willpower is also very important because if you don't have any willpower, then you practically you can do anything. Simple.
And then I can get rid of my depersonalization disorder by taking 1 away from a bond.
Yes, if you want to remove the
Alright.
mental illnesses, you take one of your bonds off, like 1 point from one of your bonds.
Okay.
Michael, you too, because I, if I recall correctly, you also had one, unless of course you want to keep it, which is perfectly fine, if you wish.
Okay, fuck my brother. He's in a mental institution anyway.
Okay, so Sean, I would like to ask you now, in what way did this affect your relationship with your brother? I want you to describe this to me.
Well, because of my depersonalization disorder, I got more detached from my regular life, and I chose to not visit my brother on his birthday like I always do, and he's starting to forget who I am.
Okay, that's dark, but yeah, okay, I like it. Dark but fitting, very very fitting. Michael, what about you?
Went away from the Hurricane Katrina support group.
Okay, and how did this affect your relationship with them?
The support group was originally run by a couple of different members, but seeing as they're too soft-hearted to actually get over this shit, I decided with my megalomania to step in and organize things myself,
Okay, gotcha.
which is pissing off a lot of people.
Okay, nice. That's cool. That's very cool. Right. So we are. I think we're done now. We can actually start the op. The op is called. I can actually tell you Project Paper Tiger, and it's very good. It's very nicely written. I think it even won an award. I've written a review for it on my blog some time ago. So, some some time has passed since the operation in Afghanistan. You've been, of course, recalled back to the States. First to Kandahar, and from Kandahar you flew back to the U.S. Probably, I'm not sure if through Germany. I guess from through the Ramstein base, which, if I'm not mistaken, is used by U.S. forces in Europe.
Yes.
Then back to the U.S. and some time passed. Like sometime, I mean, not a few weeks, but probably a few months at least. You haven't heard. I mean, naturally, you've been debriefed in back in Afghanistan by your handler, and he actually congratulated you all on mission well done. Ellis is no longer a threat. Kaligati. Supposedly it's gone. It returned to whatever place it exists in mainly. Are you saying anything, Michael? I can hear Michael right now. If you are saying something, I can hear. Sadly. Okay, I'll continue with the briefing. Mason is so shocked that he forgot how to speak. Anyway, he, of course, your handler. I mean, he's not exactly cold, but he's all business. So while he naturally, expressed his condolences for the death of Agent Rat. Agent Green, sorry. One important thing. You're Delta Green. You don't know your real names. That's very important. You only speak to each other via your code names. This is actually a breach of security if you use your real life names in the organization. Just so you know, Brian, remember that, because I'm not sure what
Yeah. Not to come up with a code name.
Yeah, what code name does your agent use? Remember, the code names can be really funny or even really strange. For example, in the aforementioned Impossible Landscapes Let's Play, there's Agent Phone and Agent Vessel. So you can use names or surnames, but you can also use names for things or stuff like that.
Right.
Of course, when you're going to use them in game, for example, when dealing with law enforcement, you might want to stick to standard stuff.
Yeah, that's why I changed mine, because on my character sheet I was Airwolf.
Airwolf, Agent Airwolf, I love it. Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Because I watched that show with my dad.
Yeah. Agent Lasagna or stuff like that. Yeah. So anyway, he of course expressed his sadness for the loss of your fellow agent, but after that he simply sent you back. A few months passed. You've all been doing various stuff, trying to keep in touch with your family, working your 9-to-5 job, stuff like that. Generic, boring life. Things we all know enough, and then you've been activated. One day, you've been invited to a night at the opera, which is the term that Delta Green uses to activate its agents. And I would like for all of you to tell me how this is happening, starting with Brian. Brian, how is your agent activated?
I recently got recruited in the Caribbean when I was trying to access my accounts, and I just spent the last week there, kind of aimless, reestablishing contact with my sister and such. So I imagine I would get a call while I'm there to report somewhere.
Okay, so a simple phone call and probably some code phrase, and then then you find plane tickets in your sister's mailbox, I presume.
No, I was like in the Caribbean, like waiting to be called up because they just caught me, basically.
Oh, okay. So that's how this happens. So yeah, so they kept you somewhere, and simply the handler came and told you that there's a mission to do. Northwest Pacific, small northwestern Pacific town. We'll go there together. And actually, that's important. You went to the mission briefing with your handler, Bran. That's
okay.
I mean, you're fresh, but out of character, out of game. This is very, very, very rare. Right. Let's make Luke now. Luke, how are you activated?
I'm sitting in my charter flight office, and not doing any business because business sucks. And I get a call. Someone wants to charter a flight to Grenada. And that's my signal.
Okay, so that's how you're activated. Nice.
Yeah.
I really like it. That's clever. Yes, you've been given, of course given confidential details about the location of the briefing, probably on your secure email.
Okay.
And you're supposed to head to a small northwestern Pacific town, which, by the way, there's no name for it, and I probably would like to keep it that way. The name doesn't matter in this case. This is just, some... It looks like on the photo. It looks like exactly on the photo, but it's such an inconsequential place in the US that, name doesn't matter here. Mason, are you here, or are you still fighting with the microphone?
Hello?
Oh, now you're here.
Hey!
Awesome. Yes.
Yeah, sorry. Budgets, man.
I know how this works. Don't worry. Tell me, how are you activated?
I imagine just working in the fire station one afternoon, and my boss, the fire chief, coming through with a letter saying, "Hey Mason, you got something in the mail." Open it up, and it's just a letter that says, "Congratulations, you've won a free Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra, a Colt Classic, spelled OCCULT." I'm like, oh. Shit, I want a car. I'll be back. I just skip.
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna get called up for your
car with other people.
That's very nice. That's very nice. But tell me, have you seen the yellow sign? But it doesn't matter. Of course, you
talking about the new Elder Sign or the old Elder Sign? Like, are you talking about the star or are you talking about the stick?
No. It's just it's something that I don't know why I said that. Ignore me. Not really, but Anyway, you probably took a small plane. Again, the tickets were provided. Of course, you didn't have to pay for anything.
Yeah, but it being an American organization, it was still business class.
Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, this is the time when Delta Green is like semi-official. Like people in government agencies know that there is this strange like interagency which deals with no one really knows with what exactly. But I guess that budgetary cuts are something that they also have to be that they also have to face from time to time.
Yeah, we're a federal bureau that specifically deals with perverts in relation to farms.
Yes. Anyway, you so now. Yeah. You have all been gathered in a small town in the Pacific Northwest for a briefing. Actually, this is not the town itself. This is like an area a few miles outside of the town. within a very small auto shop. You've met your handler, this short, slightly, overweight man with a nasty habit for chain smoking. A few times you even thought that he smells very slightly of bourbon. You've entered the room, which was previously probably the main office of the owner of said car shop when it was still operational. He simply welcomed you with a slight nod. McLean and Max Power, okay. And you also see that right next to him sits a man. Sits a rather plain but also unusual man. Plain, unusual man. Describe yourself.
I'm about, I guess, 5'8" or so. Skinny, middle-aged, balding white guy wearing robes as white guys probably shouldn't be wearing. Yeah, I'm looking at you, but I'm looking like sort of above you, like I see something floating all around you.
So you have like Hindu ropes or something like that?
It's just a mashup of just all kinds of new age shit. Just
okay. Gotcha. Okay.
But between me and you guys, he takes it seriously.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's wearing a Shaolin temple robe.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Your handler.
He got it off the internet.
Your handler, before anything starts, he says, "Gentlemen, meet Agent Johnson. He's a new addition to your cell. Now, please, everyone, take a seat." He says, and that's it.
I bow to everyone.
I got a quick question. Who's taking notes, by the way?
Oh yeah, but yeah, and who was taking notes last time because the document is empty? I've also created notes for this.
I'm sorry, I'll upload when I get home.
Okay, no worries. Like, the operations fortunately are rather short and they're not like especially complicated. We are not playing a campaign like Impossible Landscapes, but it pays to have notes. Even so, I don't know who's taking notes, but please tell me. It could be useful.
Have you done the
How many have I done?
I
Technically
don't
none
know.
because they're not uploaded, but still.
I feel like you did 3, but I could be wrong.
I think so because there
I think it was 3.
There were like 5 sessions until now of Dota Green.
Oh. Okay, well, I definitely did 3, so if there's only 5, he did 2.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
still
Brian
on
should
me.
do it.
Okay.
Brian should do it. Brian, you are at home on your computer, correct?
Yeah, I'm having a cigarette.
Wow,
right
what
now, but
stellar! What?
I'm having a cigarette.
I'm busy, man.
Wow, what stellar qualifications you have?
I'll do notes.
Oh, nice. That's nice. I love it.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Okay, so who's making those? Because I'm completely lost right now.
I will.
Thank you. Okay, so anyway, you all sit down, and by the way, Johnson, you've been told the code names of your fellows: Agent McLean, Agent Max Power. Max Power, okay. Your
Is that really what you're smoking?
What?
He put a carton of Pyramid cigarettes in there. Pyramid 100s.
Hey man, those Pall Malls cost too much in Iraq. I'm gonna be having these.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, yeah. So there are
only 5% camel dung.
yeah, there are like lots of cigarettes on the table now, which actually your handler even grabs a pack. Let's say. There's a small like projector screen on one rather dirty wall. I mean, this whole place is it's old. It hasn't been used in a long time. Clearly, the business died out a long time ago. There's maybe even a bit of mold in one corner or the other, but it's serviceable yet. Your handler, he has this like small laptop, which of course he keeps close to himself, and he shows you. Oh yeah, Gulua. Nah, that's a fucking good brand. And he shows you this. Oh shit. He shows you this movie. I'm going to upload. I'm going to send to you over Discord, and I would like for all of you to watch it.
Okay.
Here's the link.
Something happening.
Yeah, it should open the archive.org.
Yeah. For some reason, I pressed play and then nothing. Oh, now I paused.
This is like 22 minutes.
You don't need to watch everything. Just like watch a minute, maybe a few seconds, even if you want. Just
All I see is these weird mushrooms.
yeah, and that's
For whatever reason, it's not loading for me. I don't know why. So let me Japanese paper balloon. Let me
I
see
could
if
throw
can
in
find-
some really cool history about this because the British did this in World War II to Germany because they just had so many fucking balloons, and they were pretty damn effective.
Oh, Archive wants me to donate now. Fuck you.
yeah. By the way, this is exactly what you see on the projector screen, and yes, even your handler is like.
This film has been declassified.
You know, he has this frowny face when there's a pop-up of donate to archive.org. He's like, fucking hell.
Well, right
Hey,
now,
handler,
mine is,
I mean, it'll be matched 2-1. That's a pretty good deal, bud.
He ignores you.
so this film has been declassified in accordance with applicable law, executive orders and declassification guidelines by the National Archives and Records Service. And the thing is spinning on me. So I don't know if it's just me. Does anybody else have it actually playing?
Okay, I mean, if you guys have problems, with the movie, it simply shows, and I'm not sure if any of you have history, actually.
Well, I do. Not very good, but what happened? Oh, yeah, it's trying to play.
Brian,
Japanese paper balloon.
your character has history? Ooh. Brian,
Something's playing. Wait a minute. Oh, I got it. Start.
nice.
Beep boop boop.
Nice.
No, but then it started. Then it started loading again. I got 20 seconds in.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. 9.
Oh, yeah, he
Hi.
paid attention in that one class.
Yep. Brian, you here? If you're here, we can't. Oh, he has his. You have your microphone for some reason muted. On your part, by the way.
Yeah, I'm here. I was watching the video.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh.
So,
You actually
Smoking
get to
another
see it
cigarette.
because I can't get past the start.
okay. So,
countdown.
Sean, don't fight with it anymore. It's all cool. Mason,
Slay back to London.
you've passed your history test. Brian, does your character has history? If you have, and I think history maybe
He
even
probably also has 10%.
yeah, basic skill, so you can of course roll it. Even if you fumble, nothing bad will happen. Just so you guys know. This,
Ooh, I failed it. Yay.
yeah, you have no idea what you're. Yeah, you have no idea what
New
you're looking
modifier.
at. No modifiers, sadly.
Japan and was in World War II?
Yeah, like, dude, like, what the hell?
To be completely fair to the handler, that's fine that these two dipshits don't know about this. It's pretty esoteric when it comes to it, the damn paper balloons.
Yep.
We were all kind of stupid in World War II trying to figure out ways to bomb each other without having to throw planes, because we didn't have a lot of planes to throw at each other yet. So bombs, incendiaries, pigeons, tying dynamite to a dolphin, who knows, whatever's going to work.
Yep. You know that, of course. You know this project. You've heard about this project. It was called by the Japanese it was called Project Fugo, and it essentially, you know, was about those balloons which flew over America, over United States, and some of them had incendiary devices. Others had like bacteria bombs, stuff like that. And from what you remember, Mason, like, they never did any damage. There was like maybe a single fatality. Like some poor forester got burned by them, because the Japanese wanted to set fire to America's forests, mostly of them. But
in classic historic Japanese fashion, they really suck at code naming their projects, because I believe it's Fugo was short for like Fusen Bakudan or balloon bomb, so it was Project Balloon Bomb.
yeah, that's very basic. Agent Johnson, you actually didn't knew that Japan was involved in World War II. I mean, you never heard of this. You knew that you people were fighting Germans, but like Japanese, whatever. Unless, Brian, you want to tell me maybe you have some other idea for a fumble. I'm all ears. I'm all open.
I would I'd probably just sit there and pretend I know what's going on, but actually have no idea.
Okay. So you're just like, well, what the fuck is this? Anyway, like the movie is like 22 minutes, and after like 3 minutes or maybe 4 minutes of just showing it to you, your handler immediately stops the video. He he looks at all of you with this, like, it's not exactly a bored stare. It's all business, but also slightly disinterested. 5 days ago, word was received that some foresters found something odd deep in the woods of some mountains nearby. After taking a few pictures, they came back into town to report into the local police. The initial findings were that a balloon bomb payload dating from the Second World War had been found. Not particularly dangerous if you avoid triggering the high explosives or incendiaries, of course, he says. The local bomb squad dealt with it, and everything should have been normal. Even made for a bit of a human interest story, he says, as he completely, switches off his laptop. 3 days later, the two foresters were admitted to hospital with a high fever. They passed on within 24 hours. Yesterday, the members of the bomb squad that detonated the device were also admitted. They passed this morning. Since then, the CDC has swooped in and quarantined the town and the site. They are trying to keep a tight wrap on the news, but they are talking of an unknown biological or chemical payload from the war. You have been pulled here because we have reason to believe differently, he says. Now,
You said the town has been quarantined?
yes, he says. Completely. Again, this is not yet official news, so I would like for it, of course, to remain that way. Please don't even try to contact any news outlet about this, or let anyone else know that this town is quarantined, he says. It's like you guys know this, but like he can be a bit of an asshole sometimes. You know this as well. Like, he's not malicious. He just again, all business. Now, he says with a sigh, truth be told, I have very little information regarding the suspicions of the higher cells on this, but there has been something like this before, he adds. You see, our organization's archives have virtually nothing left on Japanese projects of World War II, since, well, something's happened back in the day, he says, without giving any more details. That said, Majestic 12 did swoop in on a crash site where a number of ranch animals were dying in the late 1950s, thinking that it was related to their primary focus. I don't have much else to offer but the name of a former Delta Green turned Majestic 12 agent who is now in a care home nearby and had access to that project. I suggest that you speak to the man. You've been given cover identities and you'll be able to enter the town. Now, getting out might be a bit problematic, but it should be doable.
Sounds like a job for the Bureau of Agricultural Perverts.
Well, I of course presume that you will try to gain entry to the site itself. Maybe try to speak with people in the town. Again,
Are we part of the U.S. Forest Service? Or
I-
are we
Fish and
FBI?
wildlife. Fish and wildlife.
actually, I'm not sure because I'm not from the States, but I think so. I think it would be a plausible cover, right? Or
That or
Fish
game
and-
game
fish-
warden.
Yes. Yeah, Fish and Wildlife would probably be the right
okay.
call. Either that or the U.S. Department of Forestry.
Oh,
Just, you
Brian,
know what
so-
I mean?
go ahead because
Hello?
I didn't heard you. Go ahead, please.
People are getting sick, and it's a World War II thing. I mean, Homeland Security would probably swoop in, wouldn't they?
Yeah, or CDC.
Well, CDC already quarantined the town.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we can. Homeland Security sounds good.
Yeah. So
Yeah, don't
so
let us do whatever we want if we say we're Homeland Security.
yeah. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, you guys be Homeland Security. Just of course remember that cover identities are never perfect, and if people will start snooping around, then your cover can get blown. I'm saying this because Delta Green expects its agents to use use their cover identities as a last resort, so to speak, because it's simply put, it's dangerous, but yeah, Homeland Security. Of course, you're all from Homeland Security. That's good. Right. The man that you're going to, I presume, talk to is named Jonas Mainat. Okay. Jonas Mainat.
And he's the former handler? Or he's the former agent?
He was a former agent of our organization who went over to Majestic 12. He's not a threat anymore. Perhaps never really was. He's in his late 80s, and well, from what I've heard, his mind is failing him. So you might want to approach him carefully. As usual, keep your wits about you and proceed with caution. And as usual, the organization expects you to neutralize the threat and save lives, whatever the cost, he says. He handles you, Johnson, a big brown envelope. Your fake IDs, fake credentials are inside. What else is to say other than good luck, he says. And with that, he nods at each of you and then simply leaves. You are left in the small former office of a car auto shop, and you are looking at each other probably. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Jonas Mainat. Got it.
Yeah. As you were away, your handler gave Agent Johnson brown envelope with your fake IDs, and then he told you the usual Delta Green line of save lives no matter the cost. Good luck, and then he simply left.
What are the IDs?
Your Homeland Security and your IDs, of course. The names are your agent names. So Agent McLean, Agent Power, Agent Johnson. There are no weapons, obviously. If you have any, you can use them. You know how Delta Green works. Sometimes they give you access to so-called green boxes, which might have useful gear, but well, not this time. It's all new. Oh, you've also been given a map, and you've also been given the address of the care home where Jonas Maynard, former Delta Green turned Majestic 12 agent, is located.
Okay. I'm just to clarify, I'm assuming that I still have my personal Beretta and knife and
Yes.
45 and my 9mm rounds, and I took the 5.56 rounds off my armor and gear.
Well, I mean, all of your armor and gear, left from Afghanistan is no longer with you. It was the property of the army, so you only have your personal weapons, if any. Other than that, sorry.
Darn it! I should have bought a stun gun while I was
Yeah.
while I was partying.
That's all right. I already adjusted all that. All I've got is my Bowie knife.
Oh, and as I said before, you are left alone with your new colleague, Agent Johnson, and you are looking at each other with tense apprehension.
Flipping through the IDs, and I'm gonna hand them out to you guys.
Who's this guy?
Mac Power.
So what's going on here, Agent Mahavishnu?
Jesus.
Yeah, what's going on here, John? You. I'm McLean. Did they really just replace? Did they really just give us a fucking monk?
I don't know.
Were we not chill enough?
Well, maybe he's got better weed than Rut had. I don't know.
Yeah, you got weed.
Afraid I don't do that anymore. I did in my youth.
How
So
old are
he's one of
you?
these boring hippies.
Yeah, how old do you look, by the way, Bran? How old?
I'm probably late 40s, I guess.
Fuck,
Okay.
still young.
40s. Well, thank you.
That's all right, buddy. We'll go buy some weed before we head
You're
out.
Agent Max Power.
Agent Max Power. That's right. You probably
Should I call you
seen
Max?
Max Power like on TV.
I don't even know who that is.
Sounds
It's
like
alright.
a porn star, honestly.
It doesn't exist.
I was gonna say,
Max Power
Rick
is
Hardsteel.
Max Power is the name that Homer Simpson chose for himself. I forget what episode it was, but it was after looking at the box that Marge's hairdryer came in.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, Max Power. Good one. Okay.
Not Rainer Wolfcastle.
Yeah.
So we won't have to be going into this quarantine town, will we?
I think that's probably exactly what we'll have to do. But let's go talk to this Minot guy.
Yeah, your handler essentially told you that you probably will need to go there, to the side of the town, which means that you will need to go there to the side of the town. Yeah. Unless you'll be very lucky and the guy in the care home will, have all the fucking answers, but... Oh, by the way, Sean, you weren't here, but he's in his late 80s and he apparently has mind problems.
Oh, well. Join the club.
Which you are absolutely not surprised, given the fact that he used to belong to Delta Green and then he switched over to some other agency. None of you ever heard the name Majestic 12, but they do sound like some kind of, strange, wacko government thingy. So yeah.
I feel like I saw that movie, Majestic 12.
Yeah. So where are you guys going first? And by the way, I presume that each of you arrives here by car, rented car, probably. I don't know, but from what I've heard, everyone in the States has a car, so maybe that's a lie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't drive.
What? You don't drive?
That's all right, boys. We'll get there,
Well,
and we'll rent a
Out of
minivan.
character, I can drive, but I'm going with I don't drive.
Okay.
And I was driven here by the
You got
handler.
an Uber.
Yeah, we're just gonna rent a church van, drive that around.
So, what's your first course of action? Please tell me. You're close to a town. You have your fake IDs and your credentials, also fake. You have the name of the man, you have the address of his foster care home. What's the plan here, boys? You also know that, of course, Delta Green, whenever they give you, a mission, it's do this as fast as possible, and you know why. You, especially Mason, Luke, after Afghanistan, you really know why.
So,
'Cause shit
like,
can go south.
just taking a look around town, is it so? Like, it's quarantined, but are people still out and about here?
Yes. Well, I mean, you're not in town yet. The auto shop, as I've said before, is like a few miles outside of town. If you want to go to town, you need to drive there and, of course, show the CDC people who quarantined it, your credentials.
I think we should go talk to this Jonas Minat character first. See what he has to say.
Can
I'll
I
I'll
Google him?
drive.
Come again, Bran? What was the question?
Can I look online for any information about him, like if he's mentioned in somebody else's obituary?
Do you have
like
a PC laptop with you, or tablet, or something like that, or do you just have your?
I have the laptop.
You have a laptop, okay. So
Yeah.
can we say that you are doing this as you are walking to the car, and you're sitting in the back while Mason is driving?
Or good on my phone, just yeah.
Yeah, okay.
A monk with a laptop? What?
Mason, you don't need to drive. I mean, unless you want to get there really fast. Also remember that if I
Speed is the key.
if I think that that the test will be easy, I will not ask you to roll.
Gotcha.
That's actually very.
He's just Ricky Bobby.
So you all sit.
Go faster, be last.
So you see you all sit in the car. Mason is driving. Luke, I presume Agent McLean, you sit in the front. And
Yes, I call it shotgun.
you call shotgun, and Agent Johnson sits in the back. Johnson, you try to find something about Jonas Minat. Please roll. That's actually a very good question. What you should roll now?
Isn't there a computer science?
There is, but
I have 0% in that.
well, actually, no. Search is like physical search. Pilot, psychotherapy, persuade, drive auto, computer science.
I have a 0 in computer science. So that's
No, yeah, that's
Well,
the thing. You have you have criminology at any logical point.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
it's pretty high.
So you can roll criminology.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Any modifiers?
No, sadly not. You haven't found anything about the man. Even like nothing at all, which honestly is a bit strange.
Well, the man was certainly good at his job. You know that much. Well, I'd hoped we would find something out and be able to stop at a Hallmark store or something on the way there to get him as a gift. But
Well, we can still stop at a Hallmark store.
Like, what's a Hallmark store?
The greeting card company.
Oh,
yeah, they have
okay.
greeting cards and stuffed animals and flowers and like.
Well,
Like we're going to old folks' home, so you want to get something nice for the guy, right?
you know that you'll probably be able to buy something, when you arrive at the care home. They usually, I presume, they have a shop where you can buy flowers, stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, so you're driving there. The drive is rather uneventful. Some currently popular music is blasting from the speakers. Well, maybe not blasting, but it's just like this top 10 best hits of the current generation. Although Mason is driving,
Meltdown by Ash.
yeah, Mason is driving, so I'm not sure if, of course, if he's into this kind of thing, maybe he wants to play some other kind of music. Who knows?
Skinner.
Yeah, maybe.
Pop in my fucking big ass iPod.
Old school, awesome.
Not your. Yeah, I was gonna say not your. Was it the? Fuck. What was the Microsoft version? I forget now. I had one.
Zune.
Yeah, there you go. The Zune. I have my Zune.
It's just as good.
By the way,
It's like anybody that had a PSP.
yeah, I used to own one. By the way, Agent Johnson, I don't think you're armed in any way, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
He's armed. He's armed.
He's
with
got
God
arms.
knows. I abhor violence.
Yes, you have McLean Power. You have a horrible suspicion that this man is a pacifist, and yep, that's going to be interesting.
I hate all kinds of ists.
They stocked us with a pacifist.
I hate communists, socialists, pacifists.
Yeah, so sadly, you feel like well, you're not sure if he will be better than Rat or no. But yeah.
We'll shove him towards the tentacles.
Yes. But yeah. Anyway. And by the way, I quickly checked it. Computer science does indeed, encompasses all things like advanced when it comes to computers, and search is physical. So like criminology in this case, I think it's perfectly fitting. You arrive at the care home. It's not far from town actually. Maybe like an hour and a half, of drive, maybe even less. The place looks well. It looks serene, of course. It looks well funded, well staffed. When you stop at the driveway, you even see a few elderly people sitting outside, enjoying the weather. Birds are singing. It's all very. There's this very serene atmosphere, very quiet, very peaceful. You get out of the car, and what now?
Are there any old ladies about?
Yes. Yeah, actually, no. You know what? Sorry, Bran. Make me a luck roll plus 20.
Luck plus 20. Where's luck?
It's down at the bottom under. It's derived attributes. So under your plain stats, charisma.
Damn, I can't even pick up an old lady.
You can't even pick up an old bag. Yeah. No, sadly there are no old ladies right now. You only see old men and a few male and female like nurses, stuff like that. No old ladies for you, pervert.
Yeah.
So, are you approaching any of the staff or any of the people who are, as I've said before, sitting outside, enjoying the sun? By the way, let's say that this is still like quite early. Maybe like early afternoon, stuff like that. So you still have plenty of day to go. But please tell me what do you want to do?
I start walking to the front door and I say, "Hey, is this the way to the main office?"
You ask a nurse, I presume, right?
Yeah.
A male nurse. This man in his early 30s, looks at you. He's just finishing a cigarette. But sir, what seems to be the problem? Can I help you with anything? He asks you because there are 3 men who arrive together, and you are certainly, you don't like, you don't look like their usual clients, so to speak.
Yeah.
So the man looks at you, maybe not suspiciously, but with this honest, like, surprise in his eyes, like.
All right. I pull out my ID.
Your
So yes,
Mhm.
my fake ID, that is.
Okay.
Agent McLean, Homeland Security. I need to know where the main office is.
Yeah, the man's eyes just went when he says that. The main office is like on the second floor, sir. You go right to the elevator. It's on the right side of the atrium, and then you go to the second floor. And
Much appreciated.
And to the right.
Thank you for your patriotism.
He just nods, and he looks very surprised. Maybe not afraid, but extremely surprised that that a man from Homeland Security just arrived. And then, as you, I assume, enter McLean, does Johnson and Power also follow you?
I follow, but I'd like to keep my eyes peeled for old ladies. Like, not joking. Like I want to ask them about this guy, and I have a better rapport with old ladies. So
okay, sure. So when you enter the building itself, of course, you quickly see a few older women. By the way, when you enter the building, Mason, are you also walking with the rest of them?
McLean, you're more a talker than I am. I'm gonna hang out here with this guy, see what's up around town.
Julio.
So
light up a pyramid.
Yeah. So McLean, when you see that Agent Johnson followed McLean to the building, the nurses like looked at him very strangely, because they practically know that you guys are together because you arrived together, but they didn't say anything. Johnson, you see a few older women in the atrium. A few of them are like playing bingo, because I believe that's what old people are playing. They are doing this at the movies anyway, so that it must be true. Others are speaking to each other. There are a few on the phone with their families. A few are like buying something, some kind of a snack from the vending machines. You want to approach them, one of them, yes, Brian?
yeah.
You approach an older lady. She looks old, but she still looks quite energetic. So even though she has a cane, when you approach her, she looks at you with this kind but slightly puzzled look when she sees you. Yes, young man.
I smile at her and say, "Good morning."
Oh, good. I believe it's afternoon already.
Whatever time it is.
Oh my
No, I'm kidding. Do you happen to know a Jonas Wynock?
Jonas. Let me quickly see. Our roll probably times 5.
Or perhaps any of your friends here?
Let me see. Intelligent times 5. How much do you have, Johnson?
Intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
I had 18.
18, so should probably... okay, let me roll very quickly. And we shall see. Oh, yes, Mr. Minot, I know him.
Well, we've missed several birthdays. See, I've
really?
been told that I'm his son, and I want to get him something very special. I've
you're
never
Mr.
met him before. I want to
Minot's
surprise him.
son. How nice. You're such a nice young man.
Oh, thank you. What was I gonna say?
I must say, you look quite outlandish, in a positive way, mind you.
I'm from California.
Oh, you're from California. I'm not
Yeah,
surprised. Huh.
Do you know what he likes? We want to go to the gift shop here, perhaps into town to get something as a gift.
Oh, she looks at you with this slight pity in her eyes. Yeah, I'm sorry for that, Michael. She looks with this kind of pity in her eyes. Oh, poor Jonas, his mind is, well, it's not all there, if you know what I mean. He's not playing with a full deck of cards. No, sorry, not anymore.
Yeah, that's what Mom said. And I just want to get something that maybe makes him remember what his life used to be like.
I see. Well, maybe some kind of a fruit cake. I have no idea what you would buy this man. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, fruitcake is fitting.
or maybe we have those bubble heads. The bubble head of a dog. The dog that does this funny
Those are
thing with
cute.
its...
Yes, I'll get him one of those.
Yes. They are even on sale right now.
Yeah, I
Well,
know.
you certainly know where the bargains
really-
are.
Yeah, I really know where the bargains are on fucking bobblehead. Yeah, that really big sale on bobblehead.
Hey.
The gift store. The whole nursing home's talking about it.
So yeah, you can buy it here, and she points at at this like small store in the atrium that's like 5 meters from you, and you see the fucking bubble heads on the display. They are of course all very cheaply made, but you see that they do in fact move. They like this. They have this funny motion. Yeah, so you see bubble heads. Cool.
I'm not sure I've gotten any useful information out of this.
But she said,
Okay, well-
but she says once again. But when you're going to speak with Jonas, be very gentle. He rambles a lot. Says strange things. Sometimes he says something about gray men. Gray men from the sky, and other times it's something about balls of fire. I like him a lot, but I wish he would find some kind of peace of mind, so to speak.
Well, hopefully we can give that to him today when we meet.
I hope so, sweetie. I hope so. Please tell him that Irma says hi.
Irma.
Yes, Irma, yes, dear. Anyway, I'm sorry. It's time for my medication. I wish you a very fine day, you strapping young man.
Oh, you too, Irma.
Thank you, and she grabs your hand, squeezes it, and then she old woman's away, with her cane. Yeah. So.
I watch her go.
And yes, I know that you do.
Jeez.
After that, meanwhile, we have Agent McLean, who's going to the very top.
I'm going straight to the top.
Straight to the top. That's my man.
Get the head off the snake, so to speak.
That's quite dark. Okay. Sure. You arrive at the second floor, and where are you going right now?
I'm trying to go to the director's office to find out where this Minot dude is.
Of course, you quickly see the signs, pointing you to the director's office. They are all here, naturally. It's at the end of the corridor to the right. You can miss it. As you go, of course, you pass by a few nurses, a few residents of the of this place. They're not looking at you, in any suspicious way. But again, you are Delta Green, and you are always ready. Let's just say you are always ready. You are always prepared.
Is Mason with us right now, or did he stop?
Mason is outside. Mason stayed outside, and
I thought Mason went with you, Bhagwan.
No,
Michael,
I'm outside. buddy.
yeah, I presume that. Yeah.
Oh, he's outside.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No
Yeah,
way.
I'm just
no worries,
gonna-
no worries.
Just hanging out with a nurse out here. You know, the one that's not senile.
Yes, yes, exactly. So you are approaching the director's office, and
Yes.
you're just entering, or first you're knocking.
I am knocking first because I'm a gentleman.
I'm the one who knocks. Yes. So you're knocking. You hear a woman's voice. Come in, please. And
I
as
open the door.
you enter the room, you see that it's this is a secretary's room. There's a middle-aged woman. Your typical, she looks like a Karen, but maybe without the resting beach face. But of course, it's clear that she takes no nonsense. Let's just say, she looks at you with this again very like professional, so to speak. Look at her face. Yes, can I help you?
Good afternoon, ma'am. I would like to speak with one of your residents.
And
I flash her I don't flash her. I show her my identification.
Okay, you show her the ID, of course.
Yes.
When you started saying I want to speak with one of your residents, she had this look on her face, and who the fuck are you? But then you showed her the ID, and her eyes widened, of course, and and she's like, maybe you should speak to our director, sir, Mr. Arlo Langley.
Arlo Langley, yes, ma'am. I would love to speak with him and get his permission to speak to one of your residents.
Here, Arlo Langley. This is apparently a real name. I'm using the fantasy name generator. They have American and English names, so don't blame me.
He's totally not a CIA agent.
Yeah, Arlo Langley. It's actually a pretty cool name, Arlo. I like it.
Yeah, no, Arlo's a real name. Arlo Guthrie.
Oh, yeah, well. And
Is he
she.
a doctor?
Sorry, Ben. What was that?
Is he a doctor, or he's just like?
No, he's the headmaster, or whatever you call the director of this place. I don't think you need to be a doctor to run a place like this.
No, you just need to be an administrator.
Sometimes there has to be a doctor, though. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, but he's just an administrator. So anyway, you enter. Before you enter, she just asks you to wait a second as she calls him over the intercom. Mr. Langley, there's a man from Homeland Security here to see you. Of course. And she points at the door and says, "Please, sir, enter." Would you like some coffee or tea? She asks.
No, thank you, ma'am. I'm fully caffeinated.
She just nods. Again, she's not afraid, but she has this serious look on her face when she saw your ID. Of course, you enter the room of Arlo Langley, who's this older man actually, but still in a good shape. And you see that he has glasses. He's balding. He has a nice suit on him. Maybe not extremely expensive, but of good quality. Naturally, he gets up and Johnson looks like he teaches yoga at a trailer park. Sorry. Oh my god. That's a sick burn. That's very nice. He gets up. He, of course, what's the word? He when they do the flat the tie motion, when he adjusts his tie. Yeah, he adjusts his tie, and he said, he wants to shake your hand. Hello, Mr. McLean. My name is Arlo Langley. I'm the administrator of this fine facility. How can I help you?
I give him a firm handshake.
Of course.
Thank
do.
you. Thank you, Mr. Langley.
Uh,
I need to speak with one of your one. I need to speak with one of your
Sorry.
residents here at your
Your
fine
old folks.
establishment.
Sorry, I'm
no.
just sitting over here chirping.
No, no worries. You said that, of course, you know that you want to speak with one of them, and he says like, and you see that he is honestly surprised. It's like one of our residents or one of our workers.
One of the residents, please.
Um, very well, but may I ask why? I mean, our residents, sir, are all very elderly people who, well, you know, they are left here for us to care for them till, well, I'll be frank,
No,
to their last days, and I can assure that
no,
we
I,
are.
I totally understand, but one of your residents apparently has expertise in an area that is critical to my mission, and I need to speak with them.
Uh, very well. Which resident is that? Which resident
Jonas
we are talking
Minot.
about? Jonas.
Jonas Minot.
Jo- okay, I would like for you to roll human, Sean,
Okay.
with a plus 20%.
Probably plus 20.
Mhm.
Okay. Good, because I suck at human. Bam!
Okay, he looks at you and says, Agent, because I presume that you are, that I can call you that. Yes, Agent McLean.
Yes. You
Mr.
may call me Agent McLean.
Yes, Mr. Minot is, I mean, his mental state is, to put it lightly, not well. It hasn't been. It hasn't been when he'd been, you know, admitted here, and unfortunately, it didn't improve. Simply put, Agent McLean, Mr. Minot is, well, I'm very surprised that you want to speak with him, if I'm honest. um, might I ask? I mean, you know, what is this about?
Well, I'm sorry. Do you have a security clearance?
No, of course, sir. I do not. But I'm just, I'm
Well,
just wondering why are you?
then please get a security clearance, and I will tell you why I'm here.
Why do you want to
Otherwise, you will
speak
direct
with a mentally ill patient about?
because he has some information from his past.
Sir, he's not. He doesn't even remember his past. He is speaking gibberish most of the time, unless he's
Well,
not talking to birds.
Okay. Well, sir, I have been assigned to speak with him, and I would like to do that very much.
Very well, of course. I. Please, and you see that, you know, he's not an asshole, but he's just surprised. Let me be clear. I don't want to obstruct your work. I'm just, you know, those people are under my care, and I'm honestly surprised. But of course, you can speak to Mr. Minot. That said, I would like for a nurse to be present. Mr. Minot is very old, and he's in well, he's not in a good mental state, physical as well. I'm sure that you understand.
That's totally fine.
Very well, very well.
I would just like her to sign this non-disclosure agreement.
Of course. Anything, you know, we take our responsibilities very seriously, and naturally, we understand that, you know, the security of our nation is of utmost importance. Of course, let me quickly call a nurse, and you know, he reaches for the phone, and you know, he makes the call. Max Power, you're outside, and what do you want to do?
This guy just finished a cigarette. He can have another. Fuck it. I mean, it's a nurse that's smoking. He obviously knows the fucking risk.
Well, I mean, he finished the cigarette, but what, you want to give him another, yes?
Yeah, here you go. Here's another. Keep going. It's
oh,
up top.
He's like, oh, thank you, he says.
You
Oh,
already saw who I was here with, so let's have a little chat.
and he says like, well, yeah, sure. I mean, you know, the man is like, he looks like he was probably a bit of a slacker back in the day, but now he looks like someone who wants to.
Blacker with a job.
Yeah, who wants to be taken seriously. Who changed his ways. But you have a feeling that he was probably some kind of a dude bro. Back in his youth, maybe.
Dad, I get that you're trying to use the lingo that we kids use, but
Yes.
just stop.
Yeah, he was hip, stuff like that. Yeah.
Are you injecting cough syrup into your penis? You can tell me. I'm hip.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't even know that you could do that. Anyway, yeah. Well, he takes the
You can
cigarette.
inject anything into your penis if you really want to.
Well, I mean, yeah. But why?
Because it's America, and I'm free to do it.
Good answer. Good answer. Good
Oh!
That's the sound of our eagle.
answer. Anyway, he took the cigarette and he looks at you, and he knows where this is going. He knows that you're going to ask him questions. But
The matter of national security that is the reason that we're out here. But I just got a couple of questions, and it doesn't involve you. Don't worry about it.
he just nods.
Okay. I mean, you didn't have to. Whatever. Man, you really killed my vibe there. One sec, buddy.
He simply smokes and looks at you.
All right. Shit. Mason goes into his shirt pocket and pulls out a little notebook and is trying to read it. And like, we're looking for a guy named Minoc, I think. Minoc, does that ring a bell?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Jonas Minot, man, yeah.
All right.
Oh, Jonas! Crazy. Sorry, she's like, crazy Jonas, yeah.
Why are you saying crazy?
Well, because he's crazy, man.
Are you sure about that?
Fuck yeah, he's those. I mean, fortunately, I don't have to be around him, too much. But we talk. We have our favorite residents, and no one really likes Jonas, man. He's like weird. He speaks about some kind of nonsense all the time. Well, first of all, he speaks to birds, but when he's not speaking to birds,
What kind of nonsense, man?
Oh, he just like. It's like he believes he was a government agent once,
Yeah,
he's saying
I know.
something about farms and animals being abducted by the gray man, or the grays as he calls them. He sometimes
like some fucking alien abduction shit.
yeah, and he sometimes speaks about balls of fire emerging, like coming down from the sky, and that they gave him a fever. It's like, man, this is fucked up.
That's a little fucked up. And you're
Yeah.
saying you don't like this person? That
Well, I
sounds
mean-
great.
No, man, it's not. It's like this is fucking weird, man. Like, sorry,
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you work at a fucking place where people are on their last leg, man. Like they're already on the way out. Their brain's probably already halfway gone.
oh yeah, well, that's like just your opinion, man. You see, most of those people here are like completely like sane and conscious what is going on, but Minot is just telling about like fucking Men in Black and like
It's
some,
just like
some
straight spitting. I get it.
So-
I get it.
yeah.
Is this nurse's name Lebowski?
No, not really. He would be
That's
drinking.
like your opinion, man.
He would be drinking White Russian, in that case. Yeah. So, like I don't have anything, against weirdos. Sorry, like mental challenged, but like this guy is he's giving me the creeps, man. He's giving me
You
the
mentally
fucking
challenged?
creeps. Well, the R word, right? The R word.
According to my notes, Minoc is not retarded.
Well, are you saying this to him?
Yeah.
Well, like maybe he's not, but like how many people, even older ones, who are talking about, the aliens, coming to abduct us and probe our orifice, right?
Like, I get it. I do. I get where you're coming from. But here's, like, we're out here. We're with Homeland Security, buddy. We're out here because Minoc was an agent, and we need to talk to him.
Well, yeah, but
Have you ever gotten any lucidity out of him?
Well, sometimes yeah, but when that's the thing, man, and that's creepy when he's lucid, and I mean, he's not very lucid nowadays, but you know when he is, he almost never speaks, and he looks at everyone who ask him even a single simple question, like, you know, like they're public enemies number one, you know, like they are the spies or something like that. But then he goes full into you know, full X-Files mode, and he's like, oh, you know, aliens this, gray man that, you know, bullshit, like, ah.
Man, like, I that's just like hella depressing though.
Well,
Right.
yeah, I mean that's fucked up.
Fuck, man. But I don't want to end up like that, you know.
Yeah, me too, man.
When I start going that way, I think I'll just drive myself out to pasture.
Well, that's gnarly.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, well, it was not. I didn't even get your name. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Bobby, Robert, man. You know.
Bobby Robert.
Well, I'm Robert, but you know they call me Bobby, like Nurse
Oh,
Bobby.
I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, it's cool. Hey, it's cool, Bobby. I'm Max. Nice to meet you there, buddy.
Max, man, that's cool name. That's cool name.
Max Power.
Max Power. Holy shit, man! It's like, you know, it's like some kind of a code name.
Nah, man. My daddy said he got it off of the hair dryer.
Your dad was a Chad, man.
My my dad was a fucking idiot, is what he was.
Oh man, whatever you say.
All right, but well, I'm gonna go in there, try and catch up with them, see if we can't find Minot, get some sense out of what we've been sent out here to get.
Okay, but I'm not in trouble. Am I? Am I?
No, buddy, you're good. Go ahead and finish your cigarette. I'll tell your boss you were helping me out.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you so much. You know, try to be like, and you know, you see that he, like, when he was talking about, you know, Maynard, he didn't have like this malicious look. He was having a more like I don't give a fuck look, but you know, now he has this kind of guilt on his face. You know, a look of guilt. You know, when, I mean, when you're going to speak with him, be like, if you can, be gentle with the old guy. Like, I don't know what had to happen to him. Like, what happened to him to, you know, to make him like that. But it probably wasn't pretty. And you know,
Bobby, we've all seen shit, all right? We've all seen some crazy ass fucking shit. And I could tell you stories that would fucking send you into an institution. I'm not going to do that. You don't need that. You're already working in one.
yeah, that's what I want to say.
So, like, I get it. I'll be gentle as a lamb that can kill people, but a lamb.
Thank you, man. You're pretty great.
I'm just walking.
Yeah, and he's, you know, he continues smoking. Now I want to, you know, apologize to every American out there. All of my knowledge about your country comes from movies from the 90s and 2000s, so that's why.
That's cool.
You know, Seth Green, American Pie,
Peak America.
yeah, stuff like that. So I'm sorry.
Encino Man.
But if this is any consolation, when I'm role-playing Polish people, I also go for the complete stereotype. So you know.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You can just watch. You can just watch
Oh,
all Breaking
man.
Bad. You get it.
Did I tell you? Did I tell you? Tell you about the man? What was this Polish show I was watching on Netflix? It was the one where the kids go to the like device-free summer camp,
Device.
and there's murders. Yeah, so like they're apparently it's a camp for kids who are addicted to technology.
Okay.
And so they send them to this camp to Camp Adrenaline.
Camp Adrenaline. Okay.
to get away. So they collect all their cell phones and whatever, and they tell them, you know, you can't have this, you can't have that. And then they, you know, do camping shit with them. Well, of course, there's a serial killer going around murdering people. I'm like, oh, I can't use my phone because it's over here.
Okay.
But anyway, I forget what the name of the movie was, but it was silly.
Today, no one will sleep in the woods, probably.
Maybe that's the one. Yeah.
It might be called something drastically different in Polish. You know what I mean? Like they rebrand for like the different countries that they've released this stuff in.
Because that's the only
So like
Polish.
it might have a totally different name.
That's the only Polish horror movie which came out in the last decade, I believe, and the
Yeah.
literal translation.
Nobody
Yeah,
sleeps in the
yeah,
woods.
exactly
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I've heard it's actually pretty good. Funnily enough.
Yeah, it was funny. I mean, it's goofy.
Yeah,
It's a goofy horror movie,
yeah.
but it's not bad.
Now they're making a
Uh,
second part, if I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we might have even seen it.
Yeah.
The second one wasn't as good according to my son.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, all right. So, okay, continue. I'm sorry. I
Yeah. Tell me, Agent Johnson, where are you going right now?
I'm gonna try and find Agent McLean because I kind of broke off from him.
Okay. Well, you remember that he was heading to the top, to the director's office. So
Yeah.
I guess that you're just hopping into the elevator and you're driving up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And for simplicity's sake, let's say that you guys meet upstairs. When
Sounds good.
Agent McLean is exiting the director's office, you see Agent Johnson, who really looks like he teaches yoga at the trailer park, exiting the elevator.
Hey, what's up, Johnson?
I was unfortunately able to get much information.
Well, they're taking me over to see Minot right now.
Oh, okay. I'll tag along then.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and you, by the way,
What happened to Mason?
I
What up?
don't know. He's with
Typical.
us, and maybe he went to the bathroom.
No, I'm here. I'm here, buddy.
Oh, did he catch up with us?
Mason, yeah, let's say that Mason exited the other elevator.
I got you. Yeah.
Oh, he's standing right there.
Yeah, it's like you're just standing
I'm
outside.
just looking at a painting of a sad clown. Just like, guys, why the fuck do they even hire? Put this kind of shit up on the walls at these places. It's already sad enough.
I don't know. Maybe some therapist thought it was a good idea back in the day.
Put a bunch of crying clowns on the wall.
Well, wouldn't you be sad if you were a clown?
Fuck, man, I'm feeling sad just being here. Let's get this over with.
All right. Let's
Okay.
go.
You have the nurse with you. A young, actually a young woman, not especially attractive, but she seems, she seems bright enough and competent enough. She definitely, gives you like better vibes, power than the male nurse. Then Bobby. She of course, McLean. She of course agreed to sign everything. She signed everything that you gave her, which it's bullshit. But I mean,
Yeah.
you didn't even have a ready document. You had to print it out. But you told some fancy story, and the secretary did that. You simply handed over to Sandy, the nurse Sandy, and she signed it.
Yeah.
You head over to Mina's room, which is one floor below. And of course, all the while as you are walking there, the girl, she's like 20 something. You're not sure. She tells you that just please remember that Mr. Minot, he's not well. He's not well at all. I hope that you take this into consideration. She says, as she walks you there. And eventually you reach the place. Eventually, you reach the place and you see this is a small room. All the rooms here are, of course, numbered. She opens the door, and I'm going to upload this now. This is. I'll later add it to the file section, but for now, let's just get this here. This is the man. Like.
Oh.
Yeah. He even sits like that, he even sits with this cane. He just stares out the window, and outside the window you see a small bird sitting on the, sitting outside, chirping quietly. Mr. Maynard, says Nurse Sandy, you have some visitors? The man turns his head slowly towards you. Oh, government man. Oh. And when he's saying "oh" like for the 7th time, Sandy looks at you with this apologetic expression on her face, and she says, "I told you."
Yep. Mr. Minot, it's good to see you.
If you say so.
Yes, we have a few questions for you about the town with no name.
I mean, you give the name of the town, of course, but
Yeah.
And it says, I don't know what you are talking about, young man.
Well, the agency has sent us here.
He, when you said agency, you see that he jerked a bit, but only slightly. But, he's not doing anything else. It was just this, quick motion of, and does that.
Mr. Minot, it's time for one last night at the opera.
And when you said that, he turned his head towards you. You still see that the man is not all there, but for a second you saw the, spark of realization. What do you want to know?
About the gray men from the sky and the livestock.
Oh, that. I was sent here when I saw one thing too many. I now mother here. The Greys. Oh, yes, you might want to tell the civilian to leave the room, and he points his head at the nurse. She looks, she looks at him with this pity in her eyes, but it's clear that this isn't the first time that she heard that, so, to her this is all just gibberish. I'm sorry, you know that I need to stay with him, she says. In case something happens. She adds quietly, of course. To you, McLean.
Can we get, earplugs or something, maybe?
No, I don't. I mean, okay, you know what? Raw luck test minus 20. Why not?
I mean, I've got my iPod. I can just give her my headphones and let her just listen to music. while we have chat.
What was the roll? Let's see.
I fumbled.
Oh, that's
Yeah, baby.
That said, when you are talking, about the earplugs, she looks at you sharply, because let's say that you've said this quietly to either Power or McLean. Why do you want me to wear earplugs? She asks.
I say, hey, it's okay here. Mr. Minot, we've gotten your nurse here some clearance, so she's allowed to hear what you have to say.
Earplugs? Like, I'm supposed to be here and take care of this man all the time.
Because this
No,
is
you're just doing
man.
your job, nurse. There's no need for earplugs.
Maybe
You signed.
this may be classified, but I'm responsible for this man's safety and health.
Well, you've agreed to keep it to yourself, right? That's legally binding.
We'll have some paperwork out for you here in a little while.
Yeah, she already signed it.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, of course. She signed everything. She's all good. That said, Sean, I would like for you to roll human plus 20%.
Ah, shit. Come on, big money.
Okay.
At least I
I
didn't.
mean, you didn't need to succeed to see that she looks at all of you, especially at Johnson, with a rather suspicious look right now. But she's not saying anything, and she just, she's waiting for you to proceed, like
Yeah, I was gonna try to say something in pig Latin to to Agent Johnson.
Big Latin, which is
Well, pig Latin is it's the bullshit. You just take away the first consonant of a word and put it on the end, and then add an A.
okay, gotcha.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do it because.
Sure.
Anyway. Well, now that we've gotten that taken care of.
Indeed.
So, Mr. Minot, she's all clear with us. I've had her fill out the requisite paperwork.
Are you sure? Because back in my day, if a CV hurt too much, then he had to be disposed of. He says.
No.
Times have changed, man.
We've got different regulations now.
When he says that, even from in the corner of your eye, you see that her body language changed, like immediately. Yeah. She's like maybe not terrified, but extremely like, disconcerted, because this is not a light joke, not at all.
Yeah. Well, no, I just look at her and I give her like the, it's okay, it's okay. Look.
I'm gonna whisper to her. Do you want me to find some earplugs for you?
She just shakes her head slowly, but she looks kind of afraid, but also kind of again, the look, suspicious. But she's not saying anything for now.
So anyway, sir, yes, we've had some reports of some irregularities in the same location, and we'd like to know what you know.
We've heard about the animals, man.
Yes. Well. I kinda remember, maybe, I remember that we were investigating the death of cattle. We gone to the ranch.
What ranch?
But no, you had it all wrong, son. And actually, you have it all wrong. He wasn't here. It wasn't like about a case here. It was a case similar, like after finding a balloon, the man got fever. But it was in a completely different. Like it was still Pacific Northwest, but this wasn't in this area. It was close, but not exactly in this area.
Okay.
It was in the 50s, he says. We've heard of a. We came to a place. I don't know where it's I don't even remember where it's now. I think it's in the vicinity of, I don't know. Anyway, people reported the death of cattle, and we thought that it might be related to the Greys, but instead we had to deal with something like a living ball of fire. We retreated, me and my team, and I'm not sure what happened next, but because I was stricken by a fever that almost killed me, he says. You see that he's trying to remember something more, but he has this look that you're not sure if he'll be able to. Do you try to press him?
Yes, I'm gonna press him. Come on, Agent.
I want to try and talk him through it. Just try and. No, not like talk him down. Like keep his mind straight. Would that be like a psychotherapy kind of thing? Like the same kind of exercises that you do with somebody that's got dementia to get them to kind of keep lucidity.
Sure. You don't even have to roll for this. Actually, this is actually a very cool thing for you to think about. So, McLean, you see that Rex.
It's really common in people that have like really bad trauma. So probably something I picked up from the hurricane support group.
Sure. You see that Max Power is gently trying to speak with the man. He's helping you. Hey Johnson, do you say anything, or are you just waiting to see what happens?
I'm listening. If yeah, I'm just listening for now.
Okay.
I don't have anything to add.
I would like.
I was getting ready to pistol whip him, but
I would like for you to roll me alertness test, Johnson, plus 20%.
Plus 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
You, first of all, you clearly you know people. You're a good judge of character. It's clear that the girl looks extremely suspicious at you, and she's suspicious of you as a whole, as a team. You are almost certain that she might want to do something about it later. It's not like a mind reading technique. You just know when someone will probably try and pry some information later about you.
Does she have a name tag?
Yes, Sandy. Nurse Sandy. Let's say
There's
that's
Sandy.
Sandy Cheeks.
Sandy Cook. Sandy Cook. Here we go. Yeah. Anyway, you are trying to. McLean, you typing something? Sean?
Yes, I am.
Okay, sorry. As you're trying to get more answers from him, he manages to drag up two things from his memory. Because remember, he told you that when they went to the ranch to investigate the death of cattle, there was this broken bomb casing right next to this, this balloon, the balloon that you saw on the movie that your handler showed you, which I presume Max Power that you later told them about this project that this Japanese project, yeah. And they swoop in on a crash site where a number of ranch animals were dying. There was this bomb, like the remains of this bomb case, stuff like that. He remembers seeing some weird symbols carved into a ring of metal that lay broken near the bomb casing. That's the first thing. And the second, that his body, from MJ12 said something about having to drop off stuff at the code storage.
Said something about what?
He said something about having to drop off stuff at the code storage.
Cold storage. Okay.
Code storage. And when I assume that you ask him about the code storage, he says that he doesn't remember anything else about the symbols, but gives you a location of a now reservist airbase, which, if you check even on your phone, is several hours drive away.
Yeah.
And after that he's not saying anything anymore. He doesn't even look at you anymore. He just looks at the window, at the bird that is still sitting there chirping. And he mumbles something under his breath. When you try to hear closely, it's, well, he communicates with the animal. Or at least, he thinks he communicates with the animal. It's at this point that Nurse Sandy says, alright, that's it. You won't be getting any more answers from him anyway. It will be a few hours before he stops. Trust me, I know, she says.
Okay.
And this, like, this means this means that the visiting hours are over. Of course, you can try and exercise your authority, but you're almost sure that you won't be getting anything out of this man, at least right now.
Yeah. Well, it looks like our work here is done, fellas.
I'm
Nurse
smiling
Cook?
at Miss Cook.
Mhm.
Are you okay, Miss Cook?
Yes, I'm fine, Agent Johnson, right?
Johnson.
And your first
I show her my credentials.
Yeah, she was asking, first name, but then you showed her the credentials. Of course, the credentials have have a first name, which is whatever.
I don't
Hey.
dress like these gentlemen. I'm just a consultant, but I have been deputized.
Yes, of course you have been. She just, nods, and you see this slight shake of her shoulders, like, like whatever. But yeah, she leads you out, and outside of the men's room, she once again asks you, McLean, if she has to sign anything else, or is she good to go? Can she return to her duties?
No, you've signed that agreement, so that is legally binding, as you know.
I know how this works, of course. You don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some of this stuff before. I'd hate to see you go down the same way I've seen others do it.
Wait, what did you say? Did you threaten her?
No, I was just saying.
No,
Just saying.
You've seen other-
I've seen people breach a contract like this before. It's not pretty.
Agent McLean, did you get a copy of her license for our records?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, no, we need that,
Yeah, ma'am.
ma'am, to verify your
Got
identity.
a copier here.
Well,
That's all right. I can just take a picture of it.
she looks kind of suspicious at you, but you are government agents, and she is a nurse, so she knows how this works. So she takes out an ID from her pocket. She shows it to you. You take a photo of it.
Do you have your fingerprint card handy?
No, I'm afraid I don't, sir. She says.
Okay. Well, we'll get that from the state. Thank you very much.
Of course. Can I return to my duties?
Of course.
She
Yeah,
without-
sorry to hold you up for so long.
she says a curt but cold goodbye, and leaves you. Once taking one last suspicious look at Agent Johnson as she leaves. And all of you. By the way, all of you see that.
That bitch is gonna try something.
I'm looking at you guys with the first honest look I've given you the entire
All right. I need to take a bathroom break real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
can
take
we
a
take
few
a quick
minutes. Back.
fiver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be back.
Back in a sec.
Hell yeah, she got the good shit.
All right, all right. Don't feed the monkeys.
Okay, I'm back.
Yo, I'm back.
Yeah, me too. I think Sean's still out. Michael, haven't heard him say anything yet.
The benefit of my wife being pregnant is that she buys good gelato. My God. Probably going to be kind of mad that I ate one of these.
Eating subpar spaghetti right now.
Better than shitty.
Yeah, this is just like jar sauce with some ground beef.
That might be.
I usually make my own sauce, and it takes like all day, but
Yeah, fuck that. Jesus.
just don't have time anymore.
Making your own sauce takes so goddamn long, though.
It's expensive too because you just
It's so
use
many tomatoes.
well, like we use a lot of meat too, like probably like $40, $50 worth of meat
How
that
much
you only
fucking
use.
sauce are you making?
I would make a huge pot, like
Oh, okay.
a giant pot, and then you freeze up most of it.
Sorry, is everybody back?
That's
Hello.
why, like,
I think we're waiting on Michael now.
That's why we-
Okay.
that's why we just do, like, when we do like cream sauces and stuff, we just extend it. So we make like a small amount of bechamel, mix that in with the pasta, and then add the cook water from cooking the pasta into it
Mm.
to thin
Okay.
it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I made we were shooting a couple scenes for a indie film yesterday.
Oh.
That I was doing audio work on, but I also, provided food for the lunch portion of that. We were out there for like 9 hours. But I did a aloo gosh, biryani, and some chicken masala for that. That came out pretty good.
Wow, that sounds delicious.
Just a lot of spices.
Yeah, it's okay. So we know who's cooking when we get together in person, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
when Michael has some reason to come to the U.S. or we for some reason go to Poland.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. Oh man.
I wouldn't mind going to Warsaw.
No,
I'd crash on his couch.
Yeah. Well, my folks went to Poland in the '80s. I can't remember exactly why. I think it was a scientific thing.
My brother's been out there for scientific shit. Most of the time, they just send him to Antarctica, though.
Cool.
All that CERN stuff.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so do you think we need to cut Sandy's brake lines on the way out?
Hey man, I didn't take a Hippocratic oath, but also I don't feel great about killing nurses.
She's a loose end.
Maybe send a different message. Find out where she lives. Make it obvious that there was a break-in, and just steal something of value. Get her preoccupied with something else.
Skinned cat.
Yeah, I feel like that's one we can't let get too far away from us. Right now, we know where she is, who she's talked to. The longer the spider webs from there, you know.
I'm sorry.
Because all it's going to take is her, like,
did Agent
calling
Johnson
law
just say that,
enforcement.
or Brian say that?
No, that's me saying that. I'm not in character right now.
Okay. I was about to have a lot of questions.
Agent Big.
In character, he knows how it works. I mean, when something's been compromised,
Cleanse it with fire. So
make it look like an
boys.
accident.
I was like, a sentient ball of fire, eh? That sounds like nothing I've ever heard of before. What about you?
I mean, should we just... I know it's probably not going to work, but it can't hurt, you know. Just go get a couple of fire extinguishers. Just keep them on hand.
Yeah. I think we need to take a trip out to this decommissioned air base or whatever the fuck it is.
Reservist.
So there were symbols. He didn't know what the symbols were.
Mhm.
And what are they keeping at the airbase?
I don't know. They had a cold storage unit there that they put
Okay.
something in.
A
So
body.
yeah, probably a body.
One of them aliens.
Me with my 11% occult, I can probably tell you what those what those symbols are.
Yeah, I've got 13 occult.
Oh, you're an expert.
Takes one to know one.
Yeah. So I forget. How do you calculate breaking point? Oh, I guess that's set up initially. Where is it? I don't even know.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I guess because like I'm already under my breaking point
Yeah, me too.
by a good bit.
For sanity?
Same. Yeah. Yeah, we got majorly fucked up in Afghanistan. That's why we're talking about murdering people.
That's why my my nieces were like, why is Uncle Mason crying when we're watching Jurassic Park?
Have you ever seen The Talented Mr. Ripley?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, like that's the kind of murderer I'm going for, where it's not like he doesn't go out to do it, but he's done it before to keep
He
things
just arranges
going.
Oh, are you playing a criminal?
Out of character, he's obviously not a real psychic or anything. Yeah,
God,
he's
I love
he's
it.
the kind of,
I love it.
and he
I
got
was-
locked out of his accounts.
I was
He had
gonna
numbered
do.
accounts.
I was gonna do somebody that was in federal prison. If Mason had died, I was gonna do somebody that was in federal prison for a lot of insurance fraud.
It's
Like-
weird,
like
like to do this
Half
character.
$500,000 of insurance fraud.
Nice.
Like to do this kind of criminal, and actually suggested to like do a white collar criminal, or no, it was a business executive, and to take certain skills within that. So there wasn't an actual like profile. It just said to use the business executive profile and like just tweak it.
Interesting.
So on paper, I'm a business executive, but
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think I would have been playing the interpreter if I had died and he had lived. I think that would have been fun.
Yeah, sorry, I was just sitting over there chirping the whole time.
Yeah.
Johnson just looks like a teacher. It looks like he teaches yoga at a trailer park.
He definitely has a weird look about him. I'm not gonna lie.
I bounced around that Artflow AI a lot, trying to find like somebody like that I wouldn't trust looking at him. Like I don't trust this fucking guy.
Yeah.
My buddy gave me a really cool gift using that Artflow AI.
Oh yeah.
Using he was asking me and a bunch of other people on the crew, on the film crew, what our favorite movies were, and I was like, "Oh, it's a tie between 2001 and Excalibur." And he said, "Which one have you watched more?" I was like, "I probably watched Excalibur over 2 dozen times." It's like, okay.
Yeah.
So he ran it through that a couple of times and then faded it, and it's really cool because the AI art doesn't know what the hell, like it gets an idea of the direction, but it doesn't know exact source material. So
Yeah.
the art is almost the same as the cover art for like the movie poster of Excalibur from 1981.
Wow.
It was rad.
Did you see that thing? Somebody was putting through an AI like mashups of directors and movies, and so the one I saw was Wes Anderson's Alien.
What?
Yeah, so they had all these AI generated images of what they imagined Wes Anderson's Alien would look like. It was fucking hysterical.
Holy shit! You need to send me a link to that.
Yeah, I don't know if I could ever find it again. It was just one of those things I passed by on Instagram or some shit like that. Let me see if I'll start looking for it now.
I'm gonna Google it right now. Wes
Yeah.
Anderson.
Wes Anderson's.
I'm just making myself a cup of coffee and I'm
Yeah, Wes. So it should be neural.love is the first one I see. Wes Anderson's Alien Mashups AI image generator. Yeah, these are different images than what I saw, but that's the general idea.
Okay.
The one I saw was a little weirder in that it was like the alien looked like a sort of weird vulture, almost like a Skeksis with long things. It was bizarre. Nostromo, an alien encounter. An inn for alien aficionados. Accidentally Wes Anderson. Okay. Okay. Okay, bizarre. Alright, anyway. Album on Imager. Okay, yeah. The Imager one is the one. So if you go to the Alien film by Wes Anderson, album on Imager, so it's Imager Gallery. That's the one that I saw. Where it's like these weird that sort of look like
Figures.
yeah. Yeah, and here's
Yeah.
the let me I'll put the link in the thing actually.
It looks like one of the myriad like Star Wars ripoffs right after the first Star Wars movie came out.
Yeah. Oops, not shift but enter. So yeah, so that's the Alien film by That's fucking bizarre.
Oh God. Oh, that's so wonderful. I just like, everyone that's gone with a Wes Anderson movie is like, it's just Life Aquatic again.
Yeah, kinda.
Don't get me wrong, I love Life Aquatic. I think it's a fucking
That's-
fantastic movie. But
Yes.
everyone sticks
Yeah.
with that animation, and it's like,
Yeah.
That one is Batman, directed by Wes Anderson.
Oh,
The
there's another
Batcave is
one.
like pink.
Sounds fitting. This is my ward. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I need to try some of these out, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how they're doing those, but yeah, for some reason I haven't done very many AI things lately. I started getting back into just trying to figure out how to paint my own shit.
Oh, I found a bunch of Star Wars the Wes Anderson ones.
Oh, cool.
I guess I'm gonna post it in the group.
Did we lose Michael? I thought we had him back, and now he's gone again. Or he's just not here. There you go.
I like the last one with the like a stormtrooper and a rebel pilot in a weird little car or something.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that is a very bizarre bat cave or whatever the hell that
that
is.
second one looks great, though. That looks fantastic. It's got Owen Wilson in it. Actually, no. I'm totally cool with the cast of the second movie.
So they're bringing Amidala back, Padme,
There you go.
Carrie Fisher. Whatever.
Carrie Fisher's corpse.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry for the delay. Okay, so
No, that's okay.
you are standing on the first floor, right next to the room of Jason Minot. Nurse Sandy left you. What's the course of action?
Well, fellas, shall we head out to this base?
Let's see if we can get as much information as we can from the main office before we leave.
Okay. Lead the way.
Yeah, it's fun.
See if they've ever recorded any of Jonas's ramblings, or have any more personal information on Miss Cook there.
Okay, my question, Johnson. What tone are you using when you're saying that? I mean, I want to know if you are actually, saying if you're
I
trying
assumed
to...
we were in an empty hallway, and I was like,
Well, there's
being
no
quiet.
one around. There's no one around, just so you know.
okay.
Well, maybe if we can get like a place of residence so that we can check up on her later if we have any more questions.
Sounds good to me. We should. Well, it should be on her license, right? Current
Well, that
address
could be out of date.
could be.
Yeah. Anyway, I've added Jonas Minot to the NPC section and Fugo, Balloon Bomb, and Small Northwestern Town to handouts. Anyway, you are going to the office. So you're going to the second floor. Once again. You're entering the... All three of you?
Yeah.
Sure.
Johnson, you are entering as well?
I feel like I shouldn't right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the gift shop.
Okay.
The Johnson entering.
Johnson, yes. Johnson does not enter. So, Johnson, you're standing outside while McLean and Max Power enter the room of the secretary. Of course, the secretary looks at you as, well, rightfully so, as you're like you're some very important people. And and she nervously asks, "Can I help you with something else, agents?"
You wouldn't happen to have any recordings of any sessions with Mr. Minot or anything? Recordings of his ramblings about his past, would you?
Well, no, sir. We're not making recordings like that, really. Offline on Steam.
No, I was doing that in the side chat. I just got to
Okay.
switch my Steam to offline.
No, sir. We are not. We're not making any recordings of our of our clients, of our charges. It's illegal. We can't really do that. She says, rather nervously.
Okay.
I mean, we do have reports of what he was saying, if that's what you're...
Reports, eh?
Well, yes, sir, it's that we have. If that's what you're interested in.
Yes, I would be interested in being able to look at some of those reports.
Very well, of course. Just let me clarify with the director if we can actually, I just need to tell him that I'm going to give you reports like that.
Okay.
And she she entered her boss's office. She spoke with him for a minute or two, and then she exited and told you. Well, of course, you'll be given, you'll be given every single report, and hopefully you'll be able to it will be of some use to you, hopefully.
All right. Thank you very much, man.
Of course. This will take, of course, probably a day. We'll have to,
All right.
go through all of them and then compile them and then digitalize them, and then we can either send them to you, or we can or you can pick them up yourselves if you prefer, if you're in the area.
Yeah, we'll come by tomorrow and pick them up if that's okay.
Very well. They should be done. In that case, they should be done by noon. If that's fine with you.
Yes.
That said, of course, will be if you want to use your own storage device, then we will need some kind of certificate that it is safe to use with our systems.
Okay. No problem.
Of course, or we can just give you a pen drive if you prefer.
Okay. Yeah, maybe a pen drive would be easier, but we'll figure something out. Thank you.
Very well. So please, tomorrow at about noon, something like that.
Thank you, man.
she is kind of nervous around you, but you have this feeling that she's trying to be, she's trying to be helpful. She's not obstructing your work in any way. That's certain. Very well. And Johnson, as you're waiting outside, are you doing anything concrete or just standing there? And
I'm killing time. I'm gonna look around the gift shop so people leave me alone.
I mean, no one is bothering you. You're waiting outside. You're just killing time. Nothing happens. In like
I'm acting like I'm gonna buy something, but then I don't buy anything.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. In like a few minutes, the rest of your cell emerges, and yeah, you see that Johnson is standing outside. I mean, he's downstairs, right next to the gift shop, which sells those really cheap-looking, dog bobbleheads. Yeah, there's a discount on them if you guys want to buy them. But I presume that.
Pretty sure it's against regulations to take souvenirs from missions.
Honestly, no, it's not. Delta Green only really have issues if you take any books or artifacts and you don't report them. In that case, that's a big no-no. Very big no-no, if you know what I mean.
Well, these look like artifacts, and I don't want to touch them.
Yeah. So anyway, all of you guys meet in the hall. Johnson, you see that the guys return without any files, without any papers. That said, of course, in these times, I guess that a facility like that would probably operate mostly on digital, unless I'm mistaken, of course, which I might be. But yeah, you asking them about anything, or?
I'll wait till we get to the car.
Okay. You all go outside the car. There's it took you less than 2 hours to do everything here. Maybe an hour and a half, honestly. No. You haven't lost too much time, fortunately. You're all sitting in the car. What now?
If Nurse Cook gets spooked and calls the authorities, they're gonna check with Homeland Security and find out we don't exist.
Ow. I mean, the town's on quarantine, and I'm pretty sure Delta Green's got enough on their back to block that kind of shit.
We can give a shout out to our handler. The handler.
Yeah, we're not under a protocol to not contact, are we?
I don't think so.
Send a message back up line, tell them we got somebody look into us.
Sounds good. Let's head out to this cold storage unit.
You know that this is
the reservist base. That was pretty fucking far away, wasn't it?
a few hours.
4 hours.
What time is it right now?
Let's say
What's that?
It's like 1:30 p.m. maybe. No, sorry. It would be. Oh, it would be probably 3 p.m.
All right. So as much as I love my, camping and shit, I don't really relish sleeping on an Air Force base that has spooky shit going on at it. Do we want to get a place here in town first?
Actually, I would like for all of you guys to roll me if you have military science. Or
Be sure I don't.
Or you can also roll. Let me see. I think it's bureaucracy. Yeah,
Bureaucracy is it?
Yeah, you can roll bureaucracy or military science.
What kind of
or
modifier?
law. If you have law, you can also roll that. It's up to you.
Fire.
I'm just failing stuff.
Remember
alright.
to check the boxes, please.
Yeah.
Any modifier?
No, not any modifier said.
Oh man, I'm killing it.
Okay.
Nice.
Agent Johnson, you want to roll?
Whew.
All right. Oh, 56. Mason, you know one thing. You probably have problems accessing the base. You guys. Because you have credentials, that's true. But a military complex, even a reservist airbase, they will check it from top to bottom. And if they find even a single, that even a single thing does not stick, they will detain you and you will be in for a lot of trouble. You can use your credentials. You can try. And if you, strictly speaking, if you bullshit your way in, you'll be fine. If anything goes wrong, you're fucked. It is very. What I want to say is that it's possible, but it's very, very risky if you want to go the official way.
So it sounds like we have to sneak in.
I mean, I don't know if Max Power tells you this, of course, because only he passed.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna fucking tell him. Luke's not that smart, or McLean's not that smart. So
We don't need to sneak in. We just need to invent a reason to be there.
either that, or I mean, we were already considering offering a nurse. Either
Shit, that's dumb.
either we, hey, it wasn't my idea. God. But either we create a reason to be there, or we find a couple of reservists that aren't going to show up for their training for a bit.
And wear their skin.
No.
Sorry.
I don't think the Army... it's an Air Force reservist base.
Yeah.
To be fair, the reserves don't usually give too much of a shit about punctuality and detail, and the Air Force even less so.
But a base where they might be holding something like this, what they're saying, then
Fucking Delta Green. I mean, I'm not going to tell them, hey, I'm Delta Green, let me in. But, like, I'm pretty sure higher-ups can block some of that shit. I mean, do we need to call in a favor from our handler?
That's a good idea to see
Your
if
handler
if
doesn't give you favors. Your handler expects you to do this by yourself.
I call him a handler. I mean, if I call up a handler, I expect a hand job. Can he do that?
Possibly. If you want a hand job from a middle-aged alcoholic who smokes too much, then sure.
Oh,
I'm not asking
for myself.
I'm not asking him to go out of his way to, hey, just tell him let him in. No, that'd be too overt. I'm telling him if shit goes bad, or if somebody's looking into it, to find a way to reroute that.
You can try contact your handler and ask him for help. Yes, naturally. And depending on the way that you're going to phrase things, he might agree or he might tell you not to call him until the mission is done.
Well,
I
it's late afternoon.
hate to say it like this, guys. If we do go that route, I'm not exactly gifted with words, so somebody else can make that argument to the handler if we do go that route. Otherwise, I like the idea of just making a reason for us to be there.
I think we should just Delta Force this shit.
Guns blazing, honey. I got a knife. I don't got any guns.
Oh, no. What's that?
Watched one too many 80s movies.
Okay, Ninja Assassin.
I don't think it's gonna go down like fucking Samurai Cop. I think it's gonna go down like Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Well, anyway, so we just need to sneak into this base. How hard could it be? You said these guys are a bunch of yahoos. We just go in there at night, cut a few wires.
They're still part of the military. We just need a reason for Homeland Security to be there.
Well, tell you what. Maybe we should. Maybe. So, out of character. Are we anywhere? So I know we're 4 hours away from this base. How close are we to the town?
Few hours. I didn't specify. It's like.
Oh.
It's like a few hours drive. So when you arrive there, it will be late afternoon.
Right.
And there's probably a town near the base that we could like just post
Yeah.
up at a motel for the day? So we
Yeah.
could head that way.
We could do that.
Why don't we do that? Why don't we get a motel in
Boy.
town near the base?
Boys, I've got a real fucking dumb idea.
Sounds good.
So, working in firefighting, I've got my own kind of. You know, McLean, you were with me. I've got my way with demolitions. If we need a reason to be there, it has to be some kind of foreign or domestic terrorism plot. I could make a bomb to
Not a
put
bad
it
idea.
put on the base perimeter.
And then we show up.
I love America.
Afterwards. I love America so much, I'm gonna blow it up.
Yeah, that sounds
Not that I'm
right.
any sort of legal expert, gentleman, but I would insert some sort of deniability where just a hubcap taped to something. It's not a bomb. It's might be. They'll check it out.
I don't know. I mean, the army can go check that kind of shit out. I'm not talking about that. That's like an IED. I mean, a deliberately placed bomb. Now, I don't give a shit about Joe Schmo shit. Like, you know, we'll go find a crackhead, pay him, you know, tell him he gets $50 if he goes and puts this outside the fence of that base. I don't give a shit about that.
Well, here's the thing. So
The famous crackhead approach works every time.
Crackhead.
Do you have some crack?
Well, see, so here's the thing. If we're gonna like try to stealth place a bomb, why don't we just stealth try to break in there in the first place and not worry about the bomb?
I'll tell
It's a
you what.
military complex.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If you want to stealth your way past armed guards into a military complex, you be my guest. I said they weren't big on punctuality. I'm pretty sure the military police still hold their job pretty dear.
All right. Well, anyway, let's maybe we can steal some uniforms.
Hey, Johnson.
Yes.
All right,
I forgot that was my name for a second.
that's okay. That's okay. Hey, it's okay. We're all going by different names here. So, wait, is Johnson your name or is that your alias? I'm going by your alias, right?
Yeah, that's his alias.
All right, good.
It's
All right,
it's all my name.
whatever. Johnson, I need you to do me a favor. If we're going to do the bomb route, I want it to serve at least some sort of good here because it's going to draw a fucking shitstorm eventually. And we're going to be working on borrowed time if we do it. Can you do me a favor and look up the most or the closest local militia? We're going to blame it on them.
There you go.
That's actually.
I hold my hand over your
Some sort
head.
of nationalist organization, some Knights of White Power bullshit.
What do you
that
mean,
kind of stuff.
patriots? True patriots.
I hold
right?
my head, my hand over your head, and I close my eyes. And I'm receiving something, and I place my hand on your head, and I lean in close, and I say, "This is a terrible idea."
Which is, hey, buddy, welcome to Delta Green.
That's why we have to do it.
That was awesome. I love it. So there's this uncomfortable silence inside the car. Okay.
Like, hey, let's build a bomb and put it on an army base. That's the plan. And what are you gonna do when they find the bomb? You sneak
Signed.
past them?
Signed.
No, we show
Patriot
up.
Militia Front.
We show up as Homeland Security, investigating recent terror threats in the vicinity, and then somehow, in the next day or so, a bomb goes off.
And we'll have to explain that to the real Homeland Security.
No, we won't, because we're also Homeland Security. They can fuck right off. Listen, man, Delta Green doesn't pay me enough to explain my fucking dumbass ideas. But all right, fuck it. Here's another one. Just straight off the top of the dome. Let's just get drunk with a general. How about that? Ooh, that'll work. Oh, let's dress up like Greys and pretend we're aliens. Oh, they'll capture us and put us in cold storage.
That's actually a very cool idea. I mean,
is there a costume store?
Jesus Christ!
You just gave me an idea, though.
Sorry.
Mr. Thinking Man, what's your idea?
We dress up as conspiracy
We're doing.
theorists.
Hold up. We're doing this
And
while
we
we're driving
protest
to the base.
outside, saying, "Show us the aliens," and then they'll pull us in to interrogate us, get our information, and we'll be inside. What do we do next? I don't know.
So, while that's
But I think
pretty,
there's some meat there.
there's some meat there.
If we have a
Honestly-
reason for them to bring us inside.
Improv is the spark of life. All right. So the bomb is out the window. Let's try conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory, Luke. Conspiracy theory, or not Luke? McLean.
Yeah, sounds great.
All right. All right. I
maybe
think we're
there's another
settled on
way to-
conspiracy theory. What's our
That was
conspiracy
the first
theory?
thing that came to mind. There's got to be something better as far as like a
I mean-
reason for them to pull us inside.
Michael, this is all happening while we're driving, right?
I know. Yeah, no,
All right.
I'm just
And
listening.
McLean's
to
fucking around with the radio.
you. It actually reminds me back in the day when I was running Hunter the Reckoning. One of my players had an idea to trap a vampire by buying a whale harpoon, like the hugest whale harpoon, and fire it at the vampire's feet to like pin him to the ground. If I recall correctly, he also wanted to mount this on a huge truck which had a motorcycle launcher at the back. Yeah.
Tell me about this guy.
Now, tell me about this cool idea and how we would make this work for this. Are we making our own Batmobile? Is that what we're talking about?
That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool. Or rather, mystery mobile. Like Zoinks!
Yeah, there you go.
Hold up. Hey, Johnson. Let me throw this off, and let me throw this idea spaghetti at the wall and see what noodles stick. Dynamic insertion. We hire a private pilot to show us, an aerial view of the mountains, and then we just take the plane.
I could actually do that. I'm a pilot, dude.
Fly it in. I mean, they're definitely going to arrest us either way. No matter which way we go about this, we're going to get arrested.
Okay. What if you fly into their airspace? They'll make us land,
Or shoot you down. You're not sure.
or shoot us down.
Yeah.
But if we look like clumsy tourists, and not, I don't know, professionals, maybe they'll. I don't know. These ideas are getting worse and worse.
Now, hold up. Clumsy tourist is a way to go here. I say we do go the clumsy tourist route. Get our way in there to where they want to ask us some questions about why the fuck we crashed a plane in their fucking stupid ass complex. I don't know what we're gonna do afterwards.
Yeah, that's what each idea keeps coming up to is we could find a way in, but then
Can we
everybody's
just knock
looking
on the door and say, "Hey, I love Air Force. Can you show me base?
Maybe we get to town.
Do you
we're
give
gonna,
tours?"
We're gonna get to a motel. We'll go have dinner and a drink somewhere. Maybe we can meet someone in town that knows something.
There you go.
All right, that's fair. Now, if all else fails, bomb.
Go to the titty bar in town.
Mm.
That's where all the reservists will be.
That's actually rather reasonable, especially if the town is small. There might be like 1-2 bars max. Yeah. So you guys will know probably where you can find the reservists.
These are Air
Okay.
Force, right? We're not looking for some sailors.
No. Oh, I know this joke. Okay.
And as much
You
as
know,
it pains me
like-
to say this,
like some
I think
fucking
we need to stop
Shinmu.
at a clothing store.
Okay.
I don't know what
you
you're
need to-
talking
you-
about, man. I'm wearing fucking slacks and a roll tide polo, man.
Okay, I want one of you to roll me if you want to find a costume store in this place. I want one
No,
of you
like a clothing store. Like,
to
He,
roll
wa-
me.
he
'Cause
wants
I'm
to,
dressed
he wants to go to
ridiculous.
like J.C. Penney's or Kmart or something.
yeah, find something that looks more normal. Like,
Target.
Oh,
Kmart.
okay, gotcha. So not a costume, but a standard dress.
Kmart?
yeah, the blend
Dude,
in
I
more
haven't seen a
because what-
Kmart in like 25 years.
They've got to have one somewhere.
we have one
Pretty sure
here.
they're all dead.
We have one.
Really? Fuck, that's like trying to find a fucking Bruno's.
What is that?
Yeah, I don't
Same, yeah, done. It's a fucking
A
grocery store.
Shoney's.
I know what a Kmart is, but I don't know what the fuck Bruno's is.
know. Yeah,
I don't either.
It's a grocery store.
Okay,
It's most likely a
Was.
very regional grocery store.
okay.
Piggly Wiggly.
Oh, we got those.
Yeah.
I'm
I
also
like
kind of
them.
concerned when this nurse gives my description. So I'd like
Some
to.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, you guys actually know that this can be a slight problem. You guys, I mean, McLean and Power. Johnson really looks out of place with you, like seriously
Yeah.
out of place.
Yeah.
He looks almost like like he's from a completely different story or whatever.
It's becoming a problem.
Yeah, and like those people back then, they were in a home care. But if you would try to probably even visit a police station with him and tell the cops that you're all Homeland Security, they would be very suspicious about this man.
I have a question for God. If we have been given credentials
Mhm.
making us these people, how deep do those credentials go? Or is it just, here's your
You just have the
license.
card, I think.
Here's the license that I could get from finding some pervert to get me a, underage drinking license.
This is a valid license that you have, and
Is a valid license that's in the record?
Probably yes, but if someone would start snooping around and checking deeper, you're almost certain that the gist would be up. It's
Yeah, don't
for,
test the
yeah.
alias.
It's for people like back in that home. But if you would be dealing, for example, with FBI or God forbid CIA or any other serious agency, nah, it wouldn't fly.
McLean,
Well,
I think we've got some immunity here because we've already survived one operation. I
well,
think
let-
if shit does go bad, I think we could probably get bailed out.
Well, let's get Johnson some civvies here, and then we'll go to all the bars in town and see if we can't hook up with some reservists and see if we can find out the skinny.
Stop
the
saying
base.
hook up with soldiers. I know they're lonely. I'm not hooking up with these boys.
Yeah, couldn't leave his friends behind.
The military life.
You saying you can't pull out? You saying you can't pull out?
Stop loss.
Anyway, you drive in the small
You guys are both so unfunny that I get a tax break just for hanging out with you.
Anyway, you drive to you drive in the small town that is like I said, it's like 2-3 hours tops. You drive in the small town that's right next to this military base. It's nothing special. It's completely unremarkable. Again, this is similar to the town that that you are actually investigating, the unfortunate place which has been quarantined. And yeah, it's kind of sleepy, kind of slow. Nothing's happening. Where are you going first? Where are you heading? By the way, you did saw, signs leading to the base along the way. So you know that you're in the right place.
Well, so we need, so we haven't gotten him new clothes yet. I think that's our first order of business.
Okay, you
Yeah.
stop by any store which sells clothes and you buy him clothes. No problem.
And gentlemen, I think we should get a room in town here somewhere.
I
And
agree.
and then go to the nearest bar.
There is, of
I'm adding
course.
civilian clothes to my, or blue collar clothes to my, gear,
Of course, no problem. Basic clothes.
and probably hats and like sunglasses as well.
Sure thing. Remember, you, unless this is something very specific, I assume that I mean, you can practically have anything in your gear that you want. But if it's something very special, like for example night vision goggles, which costs like $40,000 for a pair, then of course we should talk. But if you guys want sunglasses, some kind of few sets of clothes, stuff like that, no problem at all. Remember, oh, sorry.
The disguise skill is that like if I'm trying to change how I walk and how my face looks.
No, disguise. Let me see. If I recall, disguise skill is something that you've actually discussed when wanting to access the military base. Disguise. Alter your agent's appearance, voice, posture, body language, and mannerisms to avoid recognition without drawing attention. This is the literal definition from the agent's handbook. So yeah.
I don't know if you want me to roll for it, but I'm trying to change my entire demeanor. Like
if you want to do this constantly, yes, then I would like for you to roll it, and probably there will be a few rolls if you want to keep it like that. Okay. Because normally you only do this roll when you want to interact with someone, one time. For example, if you want to interact with a guard or with a police officer or with a mafioso. But if you want to get into character, then you need to learn to get into character. So please roll plus 10% for the first roll.
10, okay. Plus 10.
You guys see... okay.
you guys see my face twitching.
that Johnson, after changing his clothes, he tries to move different. He tries to act differently. He's like...
fucking hell, bud. You're made of spare parts, aren't you?
Yeah. He's like this... You have a feeling that that he's trying to be a completely different man, or actually trying to pose as a completely different man than he really is. But for now, it doesn't really work too well. But you are trying, and Bran, as well as you, Sean and Michael, that in time he will almost certainly pull this off. It just takes time. Yeah.
Yes.
So you try to find a hotel, I presume, also. Yes?
Yeah.
Without any problems, you find a small, cozy, family-run hotel in this two stories building. You enter inside. There's there's some elder woman behind the desk. She welcomes you warmly. Oh, visitors from out of town, are you? I haven't seen you around here. Very well. You want rooms?
Yes, please, ma'am.
How many?
3.
Let me see. And she checks her booking. Booking information on the computer. Oh yeah, we have a few spare rooms, of course. For how many nights?
I think maybe we'll be here for 2 nights. What do you think, gentlemen?
Yeah, that sounds good for now.
Very well. She says as she takes your she takes your names, enters them into system, hotel system of course. Then
Right.
she gives you all keys. The keys. I think that uh, in the year that we were playing in the States, even a small town would have like electronic keys, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
So so you have all
I mean,
those
unless it was like a real, mom and
yeah,
pop,
rustic, yeah, a
Yeah.
real rustic place, yeah.
bed and breakfast type of place. Yeah.
Yeah. So she gives you all, those like credit card keys, I think they're called sometimes.
Yeah.
She tells you, oh, very, very well. Here you go. We of course have we can give you something to eat. I mean, you can order something to eat. We have a very good homemade food naturally. And but we also have like few what's the word, like they have deals with nearby diners and bars that if you show them this if you show them that you're staying with them, then you get a discount essentially.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Uh,
they also
okay, yeah.
she gives you like these coupons that that you can show in nearby bars, and you have like a free drink or maybe first 2 drinks with a rather large discount. Yeah.
Oh.
That's just, I think that's a nice thing to do. Yeah. And after that, she bids you nice stay, and she returns to her work. Michael, you here? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, sorry. So, I presume you go upstairs, leave everything there, probably. Because you have, like, each one of you has a bag or a suit or a suitcase full of clothes for a few days, because you don't know how long this op will take actually. You leave your things there, or you want to take something out. For example, I don't know, Sean, if you want to take your gun with you.
Yeah, I do want to take my gun.
Okay. You have a license, because if I recall correctly, that's a legal gun. Yes, that's a legal weapon.
Well, it's my personal weapon. Actually, I'm not totally certain what the laws of Florida are, but like here in Arizona, you don't even need a concealed carry permit anymore. You
Okay.
can just
What
carry
you
a
do
gun.
is Washington, do you?
Or we're in Washington,
like-
Oregon.
Yeah, you
Well-
are in Washington. Actually, that's what I checked
Yeah.
today. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if I had so like for instance, in Arizona, you don't have to have one, but you can have one.
Mhm.
And theoretically, if you have one, then you can show that when you're going to another state, and there should be some sort of reciprocity, theoretically.
So
at
you
least
should be
I
able
think
to use
California-
it in other states. That's what you're saying.
Well, it just depends. I mean, I honestly hadn't put very much thought into it, so I'm gonna see. My character. You know what? He doesn't have any kind of permit. He just carries it around.
Okay, you're
Give a
just
shit.
carrying gun with you because
Yeah.
this is how you roll. Sure, I think that's honestly that's very fitting. I think, yeah. Brian, does your character want to take something, or do you leave everything in your room?
I'd leave everything here.
Okay.
Or I guess I can bring my backpack. I'll always have that in the car or something.
Okay, I would also like to clarify, do you like wear a completely new set of clothes, or are you mixing your clothes, like new and old?
I'm trying to not look like myself, so I'm trying to look like a average Joe.
Okay.
I want to get rid of. I have 3 robes with me. Like I want to get rid of those ASAP.
So I'll take a trash bag out of the motel room, put those in a trash bag, and I'm gonna find a discreet like dumpster somewhere to put it in.
Oh, okay, just like read completely. Okay, okay.
Yeah, because I feel like I've been compromised, so I need to like do it
Okay,
a little
sure.
differently.
Yeah, that's cool. Very nice. Very nice touch. You do this without any problems. Sure. You get rid of your Hare Krishna costumes, like gloves, robes. You know what I mean. Probably to the relief of your friends. Michael, what about you? Does Agent Max Power leave anything behind?
Yeah, I mean, he's just gonna change clothes and some jeans and a pink polo shirt and bring a pack of smokes and his big knife with him. That's about it.
Okay.
Good old boy look.
Can you walk with a big ass knife in the States without any problems? I'm curious.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, sure.
Yeah. I mean, we got people walking around at work with big ass knives.
Okay,
Okay.
nice.
Like it's 7 inches in Maryland is the
Yeah,
The
yeah.
max-
It's got to be legally not like over the course, but here I can check Washington real quick if you want.
Because, for example, in Poland we can't use Beosong knives at all. You can have them.
there's a
Yeah.
there's a lot of hunting out west though. You know what I mean? Like it's really
Yeah.
common. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah. In New York City, it was you couldn't have a blade over 6 inches.
yeah, and you can't even have, for example, a spring blade here. They're
Washington law allows people to carry large knives unless they intend to hurt someone. Okay, so as long as I tell some, don't tell anybody about it, I'm
It's the
okay.
intention that's hard to prove.
It's unlawful for anyone to carry any firearm, dagger, sword, or any other weapon that can cause bodily harm with the intent to intimidate others or threaten their safety. 1 second, I'm being called.
That's cool. So as long as you're not, as you don't want to kill anyone with a gun, you can carry a gun. Fucking, that's awesome. I love it.
It's America.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my buddies saw a guy get off the city bus with a machete one time over here in
Okay.
Arizona. Yeah. I was
Okay.
like, okay, cool. Just
The former capital of Poland, Krakow, former capital during the Middle Ages, is now known as Machete City,
Oh,
because of football enthusiasts.
yes.
And I
Jesus.
never forget, a recording of of an aftermath of one of the football or soccer, if I recall correctly. That's
Yeah.
what you call it in the States.
Mhm.
Matches where
Yeah.
when they started, fighting on the on the tribunes, and
Yeah.
one guy pulled out a katana from his bag and started laying about with it.
Man.
Now that's fucking hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, sure, you take your knives. You take your knife, you take your gun. You, Johnson, you completely change your appearance and the way that that you act. I mean, you're trying to change the way you act, you look, you have, your mannerisms, stuff like that. And what? You head out to the town. You have those coupons that I've mentioned. They give you, for example, let's say that if you
Play this, and we get these coupons.
that they some of them give you like a discount at a nearby restaurant, or another one gives you like a free drink somewhere. Where do you head out?
I feel like we're going to Applebee's. What do you guys think?
White Castle, right?
No White Castle out west, man.
Okay, sorry. I thought that it's like McDonald's, like a second McDonald's. I thought that.
It's sort of like McDonald's, but I have zero idea if they have any in Washington State, but I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say they do not.
Okay, sure. But yeah, okay, yeah. So you can hit Applebee's, no problem. That's like it's up to you. But
I just figure in some small towns that is the bar.
Really? Oh Jesus.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, for real.
Okay.
they're like regulars and everything, and yeah.
Or maybe the Chili's.
Okay, you know what? Let's make this
Yeah.
interesting. Sure. Let's say that Applebee's is the local main bar. Sure. Why not?
We're going to Applebee's, everybody.
Why not? Delta Green. quest at Applebee's.
There's gonna be a shootout.
I'm back. My wife wants me to come downstairs and help her here in a minute. Are we almost done?
Yeah. We are.
Yes, we're going to Applebee's.
Yes, we are.
Oh hell yeah!
We are.
I'm gonna get some Southwest chicken tender egg rolls or some bullshit.
So. If you need to go, Michael, let's end this here. We are ending at the place where you're going to Applebee's with the coupons.
I'm looking up the menu.
Coupons at Applebee's.
Or should we have gone to Golden Corral? But they don't have liquor there though.
And yes, and we'll see what will happen next, because as we've established, in this place, this is the bar. Who knows? I mean, there might be something very useful to find there. Maybe some information, maybe some interesting people. But we'll find out about this next time. Please, if you need to go, Michael, I'm not going to keep you. But next time, of course, you roll. All of you will roll. The rolls for
The ticks. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay. If you can do this now, that would be cool. Then the rest of you, Sean, Bran, also please do this.
Fucking notes are up.
Okay, thank you.
Oh wow.
Nice.
So, guys, I think when we go to Applebee's, I'm gonna get the 4-cheese mac and cheese with honey pepper chicken tender egg rolls. This is a real item they had. This is a real item they had.
I mean, that actually sounds kind of good.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Michael. Everything sounds good, but like, my God, just think of the heart attack you're gonna have.
Ooh, I increased my bureaucracy by 4.
That's actually a very good roll. Very nice. Very nice.
My history. Oh.
We don't have
you fucked
Applebee's
up,
in
bro.
Poland. We only have McDonald's, obviously, but Burger King and such.
Oh.
There's this company called fast food chain called Max. I don't know if it's
Nice.
it's American or not, but yeah.
Whoa. I'm just rolling 4s. What the hell's going on here?
Nice.
All right.
I think that's all the stuff I failed to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I only failed 3 things. I just got to roll.
Nice. So I've got a bureaucracy of 18 now.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Okay.
Ooh,
My
I even
disguise
just
is getting
barely
better.
failed human. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I only did a test for history and bureaucracy.
Holy
I
shit.
didn't do anything else. I wasn't. Michael didn't let me do a psychotherapy test. He said I had a good idea.
Yeah, sorry for that. Next time I'll let you.
Man. I can't believe I just rolled all 4s on this. That's amazing. All right, cool.
That's honestly
all right.
pretty awesome. Yeah. Okay, so one last thing. My question is that if we'll even be able to play this year, because next game would be probably on 18, and then after that it's of course 25. So no. Then it's first.
Yeah.
Also no. And then it's 8th of January. So it's really a question. to you
Fine
guys.
for the 18th if y'all want to do it.
I think I can on the 18th.
Okay, yeah, I'll be in California, but I can do it.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
So we'll have one last game, hopefully on the 18th, and after that we'll see each other or rather hear each other after New Year. So I'm not wishing you Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or Happy New Year just yet. We'll do this next time. Thank you for the game, guys. Take care. See you later.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.